I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. Just, I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it no more.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead, shoot.
We just killed those fucking men.
What are you going to do about it?
You're happy because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. You're happy because you got nothing. You got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA boxing.
Well, welcome everybody to NBD Boxing Podcast. That's right, broadcasting to you live from the True North. It's your good friend, Mr. BDA, and I'm glad. That's right, I'm glad that everybody could be on board for this one, fellas. In this episode, we got a fantastic one for you. Just fantastic. We got a good fight this weekend. There's a lot to get to. We've been backed up for a couple of days now. I am reticent to admit that I've been paying attention to the World Cup a little bit more than I should, and so listen, it only comes down every 4 years. So I'm sorry if we've been sort of slacking a little bit here with the live shows, but this is indeed a fight week, and there's no excuse now. We gotta focus on a fight that a lot of people are looking forward to. And there's also other news in regards to heavyweight action, Virgil Ortiz coming back potentially, and many more things out there. So before we get down to the fun, let's get the business out of the way, fellas. You know the drill. If you want to donate a couple of shekels our way, you're certainly welcome to do so with the Super Chat feature. You can also join the membership program. That way you get more bang for your buck, special emojis, badges, the whole shebang. You can also donate via the Buy Me a Coffee app, link in the description below. And you can join the Patreon for free content. But you can also donate a little bit there. You can donate sign up for as much as you want over at the Patreon. But, and I say this all the time, the most important thing is that you continue to like, you subscribe, and you spread that BDA gospel. All right, fellas? So shout out to everybody out there for joining us. I'm talking about Team Batman Boxing, Earl Stevens. Shout out to Earl. Shout out to Food TV. I don't even know if that's the real Food TV, by the way. Earl Stevens, Gonzalo in the house. Shout out to Gonzalo, Dark Hado, Real Talk Combat, Rafa Double X, Jaime Leiden, and many more people to come, I'm sure. Fellas, thank you for joining us. Really appreciate it. Man, what can I say? Look, the Zayas versus Ennis fight taking place this weekend from the Barclays Center, New York. A lot of action going on in New York. The Knicks just won an NBA championship. They set the whole city on fire. It's almost as if somebody said a bad word or something. that seemed it was the same result. And so they're riding high. And now you got a Puerto Rican, again, large contingency of Puerto Ricans in New York, and Ennis, who's from Philadelphia, not that far away from New York. So you figure that there's going to be quite a crowd, maybe not a sold-out crowd. Maybe not all of New York is into this fight, but the hardcore fans that are going to show up are probably going to be sizzling for this. So it should be quite an electric crowd and event. And why wouldn't it be? I mean, look, you got a guy in Jaron Ennis who brings it. He's not a back foot bitch. He doesn't show up to tickle opponents. and then 12 rounds of him running around the ring, clinching, dipping below the waist, and then when it's over, he jumps on the top turnbuckle and starts beating his chest like, yeah, I just beat him up. No, he really beats people up. But then there's a question here coming into this fight is, can he do the same to a younger fighter who is perhaps being a little bit underrated, that the dossiers seem to be about equal, except in the quantity of fights, but in terms of quality, they're about equal. And then on top of that, Zayas is a big dude. Unlike other weight bullies, he admits that he's a big guy. He's been open about it. So we have a Jaron Ennis, a guy who used to be a weight bully at 147. We don't know how big he's going to look at 154. And in a guy like Zayas who's saying, look, after I'm done with this fight, I'm probably moving up. So it's a very interesting fight. We got some old school stuff in terms of stylistic matchup. We got the puncher versus the boxer puncher. And then on top of that, you got a little bit of the modern. You got the guys playing with the weights. We're using the snack, taking full advantage of the 36-hour rehydration clauses. I mean, it's just a fantastic melange, a mix, a cornucopia, as it were, of different narratives coming into this fight. And I gotta tell you, I'm excited for it. Very excited. Let me call a couple of people here. Start cooking with some hot grease. Turn the temperature up. And what else are people saying in the chat? Fight Sports Talk says, this is the best fight of the year so far. I'm telling you, people are looking forward to it. Rafa Double X says, Morb, don't sleep on Xander. Revolucion says, yo, yo, yo. JC, shout out to him, says, yo. Yeah, more people are coming in here. And yeah, listen, it seems like this fight's been announced forever. They announced it pretty far back before the actual fight even started. Didn't they hold the first press conference about 2.5 months before the actual event? Or at least that's the way it feels like to me. I don't know, I'd have to check the calendar, but it was an interesting phenomenon, and I pointed it out on the week of the press conference, was that they did the press conference and people were talking about the fight with so much fervor, almost as if the fight was taking place that weekend, and no, it was about almost 3 months away. But for about a week or two thereafter, people were still talking about it. We were talking about it a lot. It was just, it's I don't know, again, I was surprised at how much it piqued the boxing fans' imagination, because people were talking about it left and right and asking the questions. When people start asking questions, a lot of questions about a fight, like how is this guy's going to handle this, or how's he going to look at this weight, and blah, 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 and the intangibles, the X factor, blah, blah, blah. That means it's an interesting fight. Even though Jaron Ennis is the favorite coming in, and let me just double check here the odds for this fight. Jaron Ennis and Zayas. Just want to see how far the odds are. I know that Washington, our resident expert when it comes to betting lines, says that Zayas is indeed being underrated and to a certain extent disrespected. But what are the odds? Okay, for some reason it won't give me the odds. All right, now this is the AI Google overview, so take it with a grain of salt. I don't usually put all my eggs on the veracity of what it gives you, but it says that moneyline odds are generally hovering around minus 315 to minus 500 for Ennis. So Ennis is about a 5-1 to between a 5 and 3-1 favorite. Kind of makes sense. Maybe even 5-1 is a little bit too wide. Anything more than 5-1 would have definitely been over exaggeration, or exaggeration rather. But yeah, man. I mean, I understand why people are picking Ennis. But I also understand why people are picking Zayas for the so-called upset. And I'm going to talk about all of that. But before I give you my thoughts, my prediction on this fight, we're going to take a little bit of not a little bit, there's a lot to look at. What people are saying, what the establishment is saying. And when I say the establishment, I'm talking about the media, other fighters, insiders, etc. are saying about this fight. Now, before we do that, let's talk about the fight itself in terms of physicality. We have Xander Zayas here, 23-0 with 13 knockouts. Jaron Ennis, 35-0 with 31 knockouts. Jaron Ennis, by the way, I'm surprised that Ring Magazine, like ESPN, already put him in as top 5 in the junior middleweight division. And Zayas is about number 3, I think, or something like that. So if you care about this stuff, Zayas has 2 belts, the WBO and the regular WBA. I guess he doesn't have the irregular one. And Jaron Ennis has the WBA interim title belt strap, whatever you want to call it, the Comrag. But that's what he has, and I guess it's a unification fight of sorts. And I want to talk about the height too. Where are the height? They don't give it to you here in Champignon.info. They gotta work that out. By the way, Jaron Ennis is 28 years old already. Some people are even calling him a 28-year-old prospect because he hasn't really fought anybody of note. In fact, Max Kellerman, who I didn't even watch the clip, by the way. I'm tired of watching Max Kellerman. I think right now what he's doing is he's saying outrageous things just to get attention. I think that's what he's been doing for years now, decades. It's his MO, and I refuse to play along at this point. It's almost like there was a guy named Michael Hoffman when it comes to conspiracy theories. He says, if you talk about conspiracy theories, you're playing into the theater. You know, like he's one of those guys that believes that everything's a show, everything's manipulated, wars, everyone's in on it, they're all on the same side. And so, you know what? Maybe he might have a point. Even if he doesn't have a point, I'm applying the logic here. I will no longer talk about what Max Kellerman says for the next couple of days, by the way. And then I'll be right back to commenting on what he says. Shout out to Frank Bay for his contribution with the super chat. Shout out to Frank Bay. Frank Bay. Shout out to Frank for his contribution. And he says, damn, BDA finally back after sending his torta packing on her World Cup tour. Ennis needs to prove he ain't no damn hype job. Zayas daring to be great. Yeah, I mean, Zayas, you got to give more credit to Zayas for picking this fight because apparently Top Rank told him it was a bad idea. Who knows how much of that is true, by the way. Could be hype. But he's indeed a 23-year-old. Whereas Ennis is supposed to be this pound for pounder. He's being compared to Roy Jones, of all people. And so he's the one that, for him, a young whippersnapper, 23-year-old whippersnapper, should be a bit of a not a cherry pick per se, but it's not that dangerous a pick for him.
I was not impressed.
So we'll see what happens. Who we got here? We got Sobers jumping in. Sobers, what's up, man?
What's up, dude?
Not much, man. Just talking about the upcoming...
Aloha.
Yes. Aloha, yeah. Oh, are you in my Hawaii right now, or what's going on?
Yeah, I'm on vacation.
Well, there you go. You know, in Hawaii, people like to fight a lot.
What's up?
No, we'll pretend you're in Hawaii. I pretend I'm in Hawaii all the time, like Jamie Foxx in Collateral. But
yeah, I was just watching that too. Whenever I need to take a vacation, I just pull down my little, look at the little picture. Greetings from Hawaii, and I take a vacation. Go through the car wash.
Go through the car wash. I mean, I agree with Frank, by the way, that Ennis is the one who has to prove that he ain't no damn hype job, because I don't see as much hype on Zayas as I do on Ennis. So the onus is on...
We were just talking about this over there at the Taqueria BDA, so I have a lot to say on this already, bro.
Okay, well, let me just...
You better BDA if you want the change to keep coming.
Well, I want the gravy train to keep on rolling. Frank's the only one who's keeping us rolling. Without his contributions, I think we'd be out of the door already.
I'm just glad you have a good sense of humor.
Well, of course, you gotta have it. Otherwise, we're all dead. No, but Ennis is 5'10", 5 feet 10 inches tall, 74-inch reach. He certainly packs on the pounds on that frame, but the same can be said, or perhaps even more, of Zayas, who is also listed as being as 5 feet 10 inches tall, also a 74-inch reach. So the dimensions appear to be rather equal. But I am very curious to see who looks bigger on fight night. But Zober says he has a lot to say about this fight. So Zobers, take it away, man. What's up? What you got?
So yeah, I didn't know that you said that Top Rank advised against this fight for Zayas. For me, when I'm looking at this, whenever I see Top Rank guys going against other promoters, they actually do pretty well, right? The only time they don't do well is when Top Rank tells them not to go, like they told Anderson not to go fight Bacoli, right? So if they told Zayas that maybe he shouldn't, I don't know, that might throw a little hamper in some of what I was thinking. But from what I've seen, in his bones, Boots Ennis, just kind of like David Benavidez, he's a PBC fighter, right? He is, but he isn't. He wasn't officially signed to them, but he kind of was, right? He carried him along like that, and whenever they get put up against other prospects or other promotions, they usually do bad. They usually don't do well. And when I look at Ennis, I see another version of Deontay Wilder, right? Everyone says that Fabio Wardley was the UK's Deontay Wilder. But it's really, I see John Ennis being as the second coming of him. Because look at this. When you look at these fighters, dude, and your promoters, you know whether your promoter believes in you or not, right? By how they move you.
Right.
Okay. Why is this dude he has a more decorated background in his amateur career than Xander Zayas? Okay. Why is he taking this fight? Why is this his 36th fight? Why is his Zayas like 24th fight, 23rd fight? So why are you stepping up? Why is he 6 years younger than you and he's stepping up to the same world level now that you are? he's going to be 29 when they fight. He's going to turn 29 the day before the fight. So he's going to be he is a 29-year-old prospect. This is the first time he's really stepping up. And this is why I bring up Deontay Wilder, bro. How many fights did he have before they put him on the world stage?
Yeah,
he had
about the
about
same, right?
when he fought Bermane Stiverne, that was like his 31st fight, right? And that's like his real world level fight. And then when he fought him again, it was like his 35th fight. So for Boots Ennis, I'll say this is like his real first step up fight. And this is like his 35th fight, right? So they're on the same trajectory. Deontay Wilder might have been moving a little bit faster, okay? And the way I see it is, that's because they don't believe in him. The promoters see something, they know something in the gym, like, yo, they got to take you along easy routes. They got to squeeze all the money they can out of you because it looks good against the right people, but just something at the world level, they know. Just like when Top Rank had Lomachenko, how many times did he fight before he was going in 12 rounds? How many? Teofimo Lopez was a champion within 12 fights, 13 fights, right? Because they knew where he was at, because they believed in him and they put him in there. You know, Jaron Ennis had better amateur careers than all these guys. Why does he have 2-3 times the amount of fights they have before he's really stepping up to the world level? And not even, because this is a younger guy. This is who he perceives as the weakest guy at 154. He's young. He might be a little inexperienced, and that's why Boots wants to fight him. He thinks he can bulldoze him. He's overconfident in this fight. The way he's jumping out of his clothes and you ain't never seen me, bro. You guys don't even know what he's like that. You know what he's doing, getting all excited at the press conferences, dude. Like he thinks he got this one in the bag. So I really think he's in for a rude awakening. If Karen Chukedzian can outbox you to the point where you're swinging at air and you're doing 360 spins, that's embarrassing, bro. You don't think Xander Zayas can do that? I'm confident he can. But let me just finish that comparison with Deontay Wilder. I think I did right. They're around 30 between 30 and 35 fights. These guys were they had one of them was an Olympian. This other guy was a national Golden Glove champion. Why is it taking so long for you to step up, bro? It's because your promoters don't believe in you, and that's why he's barely taking this fight.
Well, man, first of all, I'm gonna try to touch everything you said there, Sobers. Zayas himself has been saying, I think I got a couple of clips here, because I'm going to play you what people have been saying in the build-up to this fight. But I think Zayas has said something similar, that he believes Ennis is underestimating him and that he's picking him thinking it's an easy 2 belts. Because, nowadays all these guys are obsessed with belts more than ever. They think the belts really matter. The other day, Bruce Chushu Carrington was talking about how the WBC is the best. Oshaki Foster was talking about how the WBC changed his life. So these dudes are really into the belts. They have this what's the one I always get it confused. It's not Helsinki syndrome, it's Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome is the one that they become enamored with their abusers, and that's what it is with a lot of these fighters. They get abused, they take it up the wazoo from these sanctioning bodies, and then they say, please sir, can I have some more, like Oliver Twist. So it's really ridiculous. But however, see, you sent me on a rant here with the belts, but yeah, Zayas thinks that Ennis believes that this is an easy to grab. And we're going to talk about that. I got a couple of videos speaking about that. But before I do so, don't forget to hit the like. And Tank. Sobers gave us his 2 cents. Before I play all this media, because I have a exhaustive media package here I want to play. What do you want to give us some initial thoughts on the fight? Or maybe touch on anything? Yeah.
Sobers ain't never lied. What do they say? You ain't never lied.
Facts on facts.
Facts on facts. I was really thinking about it, right? The Boots Ennis passes the eye test. That's what they say. That's the rebuttal to what Sober said, right? He passes the eye test. The other thing, the rebuttal to Sobers is, everybody ducked him. I mean, we've all heard that nobody wanted to fight him. I don't believe those things. I think if you really look at his resume, dude, he got paid a lot of money to fight Lima, Karen Kardashian 2 times, David Avanesian. Remember when he signed with Matchroom? Mm-hmm. The guy, I think he posted something in and out like a robbery. He's robbing the bank.
Is that right?
So I think the fraud alert is out. When the checks get cashed, a check, they sound out a fraud alert.
Mm-hmm.
That's what this guy has. Look at that resume that he got paid when he signed with Eddie Hearn. David Avanesian. How do you get paid to do that?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. He claimed, well, Danny Garcia didn't want it. Thurman was out of commission. Spence was out of commission. He just said nobody wanted it, and I'm thinking, okay, because that's the point that Sobers was touching on. How come Top Rank they get all these young fighters title shots before they're even in their 10th professional fight, and they managed to pull it off. Whereas Ennis, it took him a long time. Well, could be that maybe Top Rank is just better at picking talent. Maybe they have better connections and they can get them title shots beforehand. Or maybe, like Sobers was intimating, maybe Ennis isn't all that good and maybe they're protecting him. I don't know. I'm telling you, we're going to find out a lot of this on Saturday. A lot of questions will be answered. Now, before we get to that, shout out to everybody for donating via the super chat here. Everyone has been donating so far. Shout out to Remy Rose, Demi.Rose, for his contribution. He says, I like Boots in a fight, 7-5, a draw at worst. All right, well, let me. I'm going to start writing down the predictions. Just I'm going to try to write as many as I can, so put them in the chat or whatever, and I'll write them down here. So Remy says, Boots, 7-5, or draw at worst. Okay, there we go. So also, well, shout out to Remy for his contribution with the super chat, and shout out to hold on a second, the Chitlin distributor. Shout out to Chitlin for his contribution with the super chat. He says, "Booty anus will eat dirt." All right, well, I guess that's one prediction right there. Shout out to the Chitlin distributor, and it says, "Boots eats dirt." At least he didn't say anything more vulgar. He could have done so, but he restrained himself. So shout out to Chitlin distributor. All right, first of all, I want to talk about this. You guys know how I'm always
real quick, BD. You say you're going to play the clips, but when you play the clips, just pay attention to the size of each guy's head. I mean, they got some massive balloon heads.
They certainly do, man. It's almost like a cartoon that we're watching, real life cartoon. But speaking of the size, and please don't make me have to say no Diddy every 2 seconds, but Zayas is looking. We've talked about how this dude is huge. He himself has admitted that he balloons up to 180 something pounds on fight night, and just reminding people the limit for this fight is 154. So he's a pretty big dude. Ennis was doing something similar at 147, but who knows how much he's gonna pack on. Although he did look kind of bigger up top in some ways than Canelo, and they both posed after their sparring session when Canelo was preparing for Crawford. So that's a big dude too, man. Ennis is a big dude too. Who knows how much he was cutting. But shout out to Remy too, by the way, for another contribution with the super chat. He says Karen did make Boots look like shite in the first. Well, he made him look bad in the two fights. The first one where he was back foot bitching it. And by the way, I rewatched it. He wasn't back foot bitching it that much. Yeah, there were points where he was back foot bitching it, but there were the times where he was standing right in front of Jaron Ennis, and Jaron Ennis couldn't touch him. And then in the second one, after Boots complained about Karen moving so much in the first one, the Karen stood still and still gave him hell. Meanwhile, Patty Donovan just beat Karen, dropped him twice.
Out, right?
Yeah, so I'm thinking, what does that mean then? Did Boots have two? Did Boots have two off nights? Which I guess is possible, but kind of unlikely. Or is the Karen just not that good? I guess, I don't know. Maybe some people could also say, well, maybe Ennis ruined him.
No.
After 24 rounds.
Yeah,
so.
I was just saying, Ennis took everything he had in those two fights, BDA. He took every ounce of fight he had in him in those two fights. So,
I mean, I got to tell you.
that's the kind of guy he is. You know, he just sucks you dry. He's a soul sucker.
he's kind of like a lot lizard. Yeah, just sucks the life out of him.
Yeah, that's why do you think Eddie Hearn likes him so much?
Oh, wait a minute. All right, now I want to show you guys this, man. This is... So shout out to Remy, by the way, for his contribution with the super chat. Check this out. You tell me what's going on here, because I don't know how these guys get away with this. People always tell me, well, it's, weight bullying, that's part of boxing. Well, yeah, no shit. I know it's part of boxing. The question isn't, is it part of boxing? It's, should it be a part of boxing? Because take a look at this dude. Hell, hold on. I'm sharing the screen with you guys on the Discord too, by the way. Look at the size of this guy.
Relax, Teofimo Sr.
Oh my God.
Look at that body.
Look at that boy. My God. Look at the size of this dude. He looks like a light heavyweight.
He doesn't look 154 pounds. I'll say that.
And by the way, that's fucking disgusting too.
He looks closer to 200 than closer than 150. You know.
Absolutely. One thing, if you can give him credit for something, I suppose, is that at least he admits it. Not like these other guys, like Shakur Stevenson.
There's no shame in his game. That's good, though. because you can only they're all doing it right, but if he's being upfront and honest about it, that's the only thing you can really respect. Because he is in a game where he's about to fight another weight bully. So am I supposed to have sympathy for Ennis? No. Hopefully, is he about to get a taste of his own medicine, or is he that much of a weight bully where he's still going to be the same size as this guy? That's what we're speculating about, right?
Exactly. Yeah, very well said, man. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm expecting. That's what I'm curious to see on fight night. Because, a lot of people try to just paint a brush over it. So, put the white out or the black out in this case. It's like, well, everyone does it. Okay, but that doesn't make it right. First of all, not everyone does it. Number one, I hate when people say that. By the way, like everyone, like when somebody talks a lot of shit, and they're acting like a maniac, and then they go, "Well, it's boxing. Everyone does it." Like I don't remember Usyk or Inoue acting like maniacs and assholes during press conferences. So I don't know how that excuses it. And so yeah, man, people just excuse it. Oh, this guy, it's part of boxing. Well, again, I don't remember Lomachenko doing that. That with the packing on so much weight on fight night. So I don't know, man.
You sure did.
Well, the interesting thing with how he looks, when you look at Haney and Shakur recently and Benavidez, they look like fat.
Mm-hmm.
They don't look in shape. This guy's big and it's muscle. He's in shape. He's not, in a fat camp. So he's doing it right.
He's looking like Crawford, goddammit.
Well, I mean,
no shit, right?
Yeah, but
snack
every time you bring that up, people go, well, now, I've heard people say, well, that's not true. It's all hype. It's just they're trying to out-hype their opponent or out-psych him. And I go, I don't know, man. Listen, Shakur Stevenson recently, and by the way, I've put a moratorium on any type of Shakur versus Haney or Tank Davis or, any triangle involving those three jokers. I put a moratorium. I will not be talking about it because I saw people are actually, we got a great fight Saturday coming up, or at least on paper, it's a very interesting fight, highly interesting. People are talking about fucking Tank Davis and Devin Haney and all that drama. It's like, do you not know about boxing? Is that all you can talk about, the gossip? So I put a moratorium. I will not be talking about those three jokers until they actually fight and it's fight week and there's contract signed. I will not be talking about those three divas. Fucking bunch of, let's call it what it is, man. A lot of people are. I'm glad to see there's some sanity on Twitter. Like some people are calling them out, saying, "Man, these guys are a bunch of jokers, man." Talking about the money, the weight, going back and forth. Meanwhile, they're not fighting each other. I'm sorry, I've been seeing the same thing from these jokers for these clowns for the past 5 years, and I'm not gonna entertain it. Not when we got Zayas versus Ennis coming up. Now, what was I gonna say? Oh yes, super chat here. Shout out to. Hold on a second. Shout out to Fan Funding. Shout out to Real Talk Combat. Shout out to Real Talk Combat for his contribution with the super chat. Shout out to him. And he says Xander is going to be too long and too girthy for boots. Wait a minute. What's he? Too long and too girthy for boots. For boots, and says I have Xander unanimous decision. Interesting. Okay, let me write that one down. So Real Talk Combat is saying. While I write that down. While I write it down to piggyback off his prediction, what do you guys think about that? About Xander being between 3 to 5 to 1 underdog? Do you think those odds are reflective of how tough the fight is actually going to be, or?
I think this is a 50-50. I would give Xander Zayas the edge, but I see why it's in favor of Boots because we already know the establishment, right? The Illuminati.
Oh.
The bot Illuminati. They did their little ritual at the Versace temple already. They doused. He had to do the naked bath with the King of Versace and the turkey, and Eddie Hearn supervised. So they did the rituals. The blood pact was made. They want Jaron Ennis to win. So that's why everything's in his favor. The omen's in his favor. But you got Zayas. He just got. So that's the thing about boxing, bro. Even when they make a blood pact ritual, bro, you still have two hands and you can still whoop his ass. That's why boxing is such a good sport.
You mentioned the Versace. What's his name again? The Versace. What do we call him? The Versace Emperor or King or what?
Versace priest.
The Versace. He reminds me of. Remember the movie The Cell with Jennifer Lopez, where she goes inside the mind of.
That weird ass dude in there.
Yeah, he reminds me of when she's in his dream world and. He's in a throne room or something, and that's what that's how I imagine. What's his actual name, by the way? The guy that Frank has on his picture there, Versace guy.
That's
from
him.
Well, yeah,
Rick Reno.
Rick Reno, yeah. That's thank you. That's how you imagine Rick Reno. Like he's just standing, he's just sitting in the throne room.
He's actually cool on Twitter, though. You should follow him. He actually replied to me.
Look, Jaron Ennis was the one on his knees right there, just like J-Lo is.
Oh man.
Nothing but Versace like a sash.
Who said? No, what does he say in the movie? Who sent you
can't
here,
remember.
or something like that? Yeah, it's a creepy movie. I think it's a little overrated, by the way. I've heard people say it's a masterpiece. Like, it's not really not. Kind of dies
Which
down.
the cell?
Yeah.
It's great. It has J Lo before she was J Lo.
Before she became
J Lo.
Before she became, well, she was always
J-Ho.
a diva. J-Ho.
Hey ho. No,
But-
that's what Jamie Foxx called her.
Oh, wait a minute. Now, interestingly enough, this is what Xander Zayas is, because again, he feels like he's being overlooked here, and this is what he had to say to Ring Magazine. He said, Jerron Ennis is supposedly the best name at 154 pounds, so once I beat him, I should enter the pound-for-pound list, he said. Zayas is ranked number 3 by Ring Magazine at 154, while Ennis is rated number 5, God knows why. And then Zayas continued, I am Xander Zayas. I like how he says that, just matter of fact, that he's stating a fact, like as if people forgot that he's Xander Zayas. Now he's talking in the third person, by the way. I am Xander Zayas. He says, I am Xander Zayas, and I write history, and I am going to do it one more time on June the 27th. Well, okay, I write history. When's the last time he wrote history? It's like, he's talking like he's already...
He needs to relax. He needs to relax a little bit.
He's also acting a little bit arrogantly, man. I got to tell you, he's...
Well, Sobers was talking about Boots and his Illuminati rituals. Don't forget, Xander's plugged in with Bad Bunny. You know they got some Illuminati stuff going on.
That's
so
true.
he's doing that, whatever it is, that Cuban Afrocentric kind.
That Santeria, you know.
That's true.
Wait,
Yeah.
You go talk to curandero.
Yeah, some people say in the conspiracy sphere, people say that the Super Bowl show, there's always some message being coded there or being transmitted via code. So he was part of that.
There is. And it's time for the Bad Bunnies. That's what they're trying to say. The Puerto Rican stars coming up. Right? Because you already know what happened. Because like I said, we already know what the usual Illuminati establishment is.
Right.
You know what they were saying when Bad Bunny was going around saying, hey, if you can't understand my music, you better learn Spanish real quick. And people were getting mad. They're like, no, give it to Kendrick Lamar. Kendrick Lamar should do it again. Kanye, like, you know who they want to be up there. They want Jerron Ennis. Right?
Kendrick
So he is up
Lamar.
against it.
Kendrick Lamar or Terrence Crawford?
Yeah, whichever one's up. Whoever's available.
Right. But listen, this ain't a second Renaissance show, so I'm not going to get into that. But it is interesting that Zayas is, he's got a big head and in more ways than one, not just figuratively.
Oh.
And he's saying, I am Xander Zayas. I write history. I'm going to do it again on June the 27th. I am growing in the sport, he said. I know what I'm capable of, and I'm pushing myself every time to the limit, knowing that I'm the best. It's simple to push myself harder and harder every day and get the work done. Well, I got to tell you, he's not the only one who feels that he has a good shot here. Timothy Bradley, this is what he had to say about Jerron Ennis. And again, sometimes it's kind of difficult to pinpoint where Bradley's coming from, or as Frank would ask, what's his angle? I don't always know what Bradley's angle is, if he's just trying to be provocative, but check out what he had to say about Jerron Ennis.
On Boots? Everybody's high on Boots? Oh, they got a lot of clout around you, Boots. Oh, you got hype all around you. Man, you got all this hype around you. Yeah, shit, got me even hyped up. Cause I see how special you can be. But you need to tighten. I'm telling you, if you don't tighten your shit up, player.
Ooh, yeah. He's already, a couple of seconds into the video, he's already turning to Bill Cosby. Oh, let me tell you right now. Ooh, what you would be. You know what? It sounds he's talking to a baby, making baby sound.
He's like, the guy from Police Academy.
That's the sound effects guy. Yeah.
You just need some like overalls and a straw in his mouth. You know?
I mean, I've said it for years. I think he's got something on his own kind or something, because there's no way he talks like this.
He does not talk like that to his wife. He does not get off of YouTube or whatever, his little video, and go talk to his wife like that.
Exactly. Can you imagine him going to the PTA meeting and, oh, let me tell you about the kids today. Got too much homework. Oh, He doesn't talk that way.
On my way here, a police pulled us over, and I had to tell my son, they might kill us because we're black.
Yeah, how come he wasn't talking like that when he was doing that little video, that little PSA?
Right. Yeah, he didn't have none of that accent, right? Or when Crawford was suing Top Rank for racism, and they had Timothy Bradley come out in his nice little suit, and they had him put a little bow tie, sit in the stool, and talk about how nice Bob Arum and all the white folks at Top Rank treated him. He never faced an ounce of racism from nobody, so, you know? What was that accent then? Because he didn't talk like that then. He wasn't spoken like that then, boy. He wasn't spoken like that then, boy.
Yeah, I mean, that's weird. Look at his mouth, too. Why is his mouth all crooked? I'm telling you, he's putting on a show. He doesn't talk this way in real life.
You gonna be looking on the other side. You gonna look like a fool too, and then everybody gonna be like, "Oh, that's why that fool didn't fight nobody. That's why he wouldn't step up his game and fight this person or fight that person. He was very selective." Oh, they gonna be talking about you. Don't get this done, Boots. I'm telling you. But I'm just saying, look, Xander Zayas and his team, they not playing. They see the same shit.
Guys, we need to stop playing. That's the thing that Sobers put me onto when people say we need to stop playing. That we need to.
Everyone, we need to stop playing around. This guy is pound for pound.
Listen, I'll say this. I'll pause this right away. I think you get the gist of it. Like I do think I've said it before. I've done the film study on that, so it's out there. But he's got a lot of holes, and it's holes that a lot of his fans tend to ignore. However, I want to reference what Boxing Chief has said in the past about the way he articulated it. He did it very well. If you want to be good in boxing, you don't need to have perfect this or perfect that. You just need to have a bunch of attributes that you can put together in the moment simultaneously, and that can take you a good long way. So, Ennis, is he the perfect defender? No. Is he a level 10 in terms of defensive genius? No. His footwork, is it trash? I wouldn't say trash, but it's not the best out there. He's not the best at putting pressure on his opponent. But he's fast, he's got heavy hands, and he's not afraid to use them. He's not looking for the perfect shot. Like, look at what he did to Karen in the rematch. He did go downstairs, and he managed to get a knockdown. So, I think, yes, he's got some.
I don't think I've seen him tired either.
Exactly. He's got good stamina.
He's pretty much the whole fight. He doesn't really get tired. So
you know what?
Good stamina.
I have seen him go for clinches, even though he's the one that's putting pressure. So it's almost like he's trying to get a little bit of respite. Just because at this level of the game, these guys, if they stop throwing for 5 seconds, that's enough to recoup a little energy to throw another 2-3 barrages. So I think maybe he does it because he was throwing so much. Well, not so much, but he was being active against the Karen in the rematch that he just took those 5 seconds off in a clinch just to recoup his energy. But you're right, though. I've never seen him appreciably winded or exhausted where he goes, whew, or where you're looking at it and you go, I don't know if he's going to make it another 2 rounds. I don't know. Maybe Zayas is going to test that. But I do agree with Bradley what he's saying because I've seen it. A lot of people have seen it. They've pointed out the flaws in Ennis' styles. But will that be enough for Zayas to capitulate on that and get a win on Saturday? I don't know. MP and Mr. MP Traits in the chat asks, how does Xander win? Well, he can win by decision. He just has to, especially if the referee, and this is something that Ennis' team has to look into, warn the referee about clinching. We saw Zayas do a lot of that against Perez. A lot of clinching in that fight. And remember, these guys, they don't clinch because they like it, I don't think. Maybe some of them enjoy it. Maybe they like to have a little extra contact with their opponents. I don't know. I don't judge. I do judge from an aesthetically pleasing performance in boxing. From a pugilistic standpoint, I do care because it slows down the fight and it prevents us from seeing who really is the best fighter. If I'm fighting a guy who's an inside fighter and my inside game isn't as good, I shouldn't be allowed to clinch because I'm smothering what he's doing. I can punch him and then clinch him and he can punch me back. That's not defense. It's against the rules to be clinching so much. And I suspect a lot of people now, if Zayas does that a lot on Saturday, I wonder how many people who usually ignore it are going to come out of the woodwork and start talking about it. Just like a lot of people now are talking about weight bullying when it comes to Xander Zayas, but they stayed quiet about it when other fighters do it, including Ennis, by the way, at 147. So that the clinching, that's something that Zayas can do. He's got accuracy, he's got speed too, he can land on Ennis, he can move around, he's got better footwork than Ennis, and he can clinch his way to a decision. That's definitely how he can do it. It's not a long shot. We've seen Ennis get hit plenty, and by guys who are inferior to Zayas. So that's the way he can win. Sorry, somebody was gonna say something. I heard somebody say. Okay. Now the other. Okay, so that was Xander Zayas. No, actually, that was Bradley talking about how Jaron Ennis has a lot of holes in his game. But there's also a lot of hype coming out of the Ennis' training camp. I played you that clip a couple of weeks ago, or episodes ago rather. Greg Hackett, one of the Philly supporters there of Ennis, talking about how Jaron Ennis slipped a punch in sparring and kissed it at the same time. Like he slowed it down Matrix style and was able to kiss, and then the guy started laughing like he knew he was bullshitting. But now there's more rumors coming out of the training camp. Ennis' training camp, that is. Check out what this guy had to say. I don't even know who this guy is, but...
seen him hurt, but I never seen the nigga hurt to the body.
Oh,
where the fuck is he getting this information from? Now, in regard to what people are saying in the chat, like what he's been doing to sparring partners and shit like that.
Did he really need to use the N-word like that?
Yeah, did he? I was gonna say, I don't know what's going on. Bradley doing the disturbing voice. Now this guy dropping the N-word. I mean, come on.
I told y'all way before.
You know what's funny too? With that dude Greg Hackett, they always have the craziest thumbnails. I don't know. That dude has like a giant mouth. It's always wide as hell. You can see all the gaps in his teeth. And I don't know why all the thumbnails for any video is like, it doesn't matter which channel, it's always his mouth wide open as hell, like he's about to take a big ass bite out of burger. And it is, yeah, I heard that same thing too with Ennis kissing a glove, like dodging a punch and kissing the glove. That sounds like you got punched in the face, bro. What do you mean you kissed the glove? You know what I'm saying?
He got punched in the stomach and he actually sucked it in with his stomach.
What is Muhammad Ali or something trying to say he slipped or something? And then he's like, and Joe Frazier like, yeah, he slipped off after I hit him with my fist, you know? Like,
exactly, yeah, I put him there, yeah.
Clean effective face block.
There you go.
Right. What do you mean you kissed the glove? Yeah, he punched the shit out of you. That's what it sounds like.
Like what he's been doing to sparring partners and shit like that. I told y'all way before all these rumors been coming out that this nigga Boots has been.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of things to sparring partners.
Coming out that this nigga Boots has been leaving Earth in the gym. I've been getting calls. He's sparring notable niggas, like niggas y'all know, and they like, yo, this nigga Boots.
Notable N-words. Isn't that the name of a rap group from the 90s? I think Notable N-words.
White niggas, Chinese niggas.
Notable niggas, like niggas y'all know, and they like, yo, this nigga
Korean,
Boots,
Filipino niggas.
He's sparring notable niggas, like niggas y'all know. And they like, yo,
I don't know them. Anyway. I can tell you all the N-words I know. He probably doesn't. They probably went there.
And they like, yo, this nigga Boots, he's sending everybody home. Like niggas don't want to come back.
Damn, bro, you don't know any other words.
Destroying sparring partners.
That's annoying.
Boots is destroying sparring partners, and they don't want to come back to work.
Who cares?
I mean, I heard the same thing about Canelo prior to Crawford. I mean, he was schooling Ennis in training camp, and how'd that work out for him? Like you can only put.
I heard the same thing about Corey Feldman.
Corey Feldman. I don't get that one.
Sorry, what? It wasn't in sparring.
Oh, you get getting busted up? Is that what you get referring to?
Yeah.
Ah, come on, fool. I mean, listen. How do I kick people off the panel again?
Well, look, they said Boots. They actually said Crawford has a lot of holes in his game. Turkey says that Crawford has a perfect amount of holes.
Ah, okay. Fool, I'm warning you, man. You're on thin ice here, my friend.
All right.
My goodness gracious. And by the way, check out Food TV's channel, the Real Food TV, only on YouTube. No, actually, are you finally on Rumble or you're still?
Well, I'm on Rumble as well. Yeah.
Yeah. Shout out to.
I'm gonna start focusing more over there because YouTube is.
Oh, hold on. Let me.
All right, here we go. YouTube is.
There you go. Yeah, but yeah, I was glad to see that you were back streaming a couple of days ago, and and he was doing it in conjunction with La Taqueria. That's Never Sobers' channel.
Yeah.
Never Sobers with a Z at the end, and we also have Frank Bay here.
There's a Sobers Full Alliance, yeah.
There you go, yeah, and we also have Frank here. Frank, he's got boxing. Frank Bay, boxing with Frank Bay. So shout out to
also
Frank.
have an alliance with Frank Bay, TV associations.
Sure.
Nobody wants to associate with me, though.
Powerful. But we're doing it right now.
Nah, this doesn't count, man. All right. By the way, Gary Antoine Russell, we're going to get to him later about some of the stuff he's been saying that's really got me incensed here. But here he is talking about Jaron Ennis, and well, check it out. This was on the Brian Custer show, our favorite person nowadays.
The big fight that's coming up is Boots and Xander, and I know you know Boots very well, especially from the amateurs. Give me your take on that. What do you think?
Man, Boots, he just gotta not pull out and get hit with a hook. I'm rooting for Boots. Boots, I feel like he's gonna win. Why? Because he's been through some battles. He's been doing it for a longer time than Alexander. Was his name? That's it.
I don't even know the dude's name.
He doesn't even know his damn name.
He's like, Alexander, he's no great. Boots is great. He's a conqueror.
Imagine he goes, I think Ennis is gonna be too much for the Mexican kid. Like he thinks that's how he looks.
No,
Like they're all
for sure.
Yeah.
Zayas.
Xander Zayas, right.
Yeah, I'm gonna make a perfect prediction right now. I don't even know the guy's fucking name. Sorry.
I feel like as far as abilities, Boots got more acrobats to him.
Yeah, he got more boots.
Muscle memory is there. He just got more.
Please don't say more dog. Please don't say he just got that dog.
This man to think. This man needs to stop
I
thinking.
can already see what he's gonna say.
Are you
He got more. He got more tools.
He's got more melanin.
You think he's trying to hold back from? You think he's trying to hold back from saying he's got that dog?
No, that's exactly what he's about to say right now.
We need to do like Family Feud. You know, they had the different word choices.
Yeah, the other guy was the N word. He couldn't stop saying the N word. This guy, he can't stop saying something else.
I think that's Wheel of Fortune.
I forget. No.
Yeah, that's
Jeopardy.
That's
I know what am I talking about? Yeah. I don't know what I'm saying.
Nah,
Yeah.
that's Wheel of Fortune with the words with Vanna White.
Yes, there you go.
Yeah, what I'm talking was Family Feud. You know, when they have the multiple choice answers.
Right.
Yeah. I mean they're kind of similar. They're all white mostly.
Muscle memory is there. He just got more in his arsenal. Now there's a saying.
He got more in his arsenal.
Okay.
He's got more in his
Hard work can beat talent when talent don't work hard. Now this young boy, he trains hard. He's very compact. He got the goods. He's hungry, and he can punch a little bit. He got some punching power. Got ample hand speed, but what outweigh all of that is he listens and he do not deviate. So when they got a game plan, he making sure he's pushing that envelope.
I've never seen Ennis have to come in with a different game plan.
No, that's what I'm saying. In order to beat Xander Zayas, he's gonna have to kind of show shades that he was never shown in the ring.
Right.
I don't think because from what I seen of Boots, they say he's this technical Roy Jones, amazing boxer. He looks like he's closer to Errol Spence than Roy Jones to me. He's just a big dude. He comes in, he throws a lot of punches. He's fast. He's bigger than you. He's faster than you. You can't hurt him. So his defense is gonna he's gonna leave holes there because he's not worried about what's coming back. And it doesn't matter if he swings and he misses and he does a 360 in the air. They're still going to give it to him because he's going to throw a lot of punches, right? And he's just a bigger puncher than most of the guys. He's just bigger in the ring than all his opponents. And now it's not going to be that. So I don't know what I'm going to see him do. We'll see. We're going to see what kind of a boxer he is because he's going to have to box. I don't think that bulldozing style is going to work with Zayas. He's going to run into a lot of counters. And just like Russell was saying, he could box. He could stick to the game plan. He's going to be moving around and stepping around him, trying to catch him.
Well, that's why I wanted to say that about Yoeli Hernandez's trainer said that Ennis started getting the better out of Hernandez in their fight. But one thing he noted was as early on, the first couple of rounds, Hernandez was teeing off on Ennis, and that Ennis's trainers were saying, "Good defense, baby, good defense." Meanwhile, he was getting hit flush. So it seems like that's what Ennis does in training and in the actual fights. He just keeps coming, throwing his punches quickly. That drains a lot of his opponents' stamina because they don't know when because they don't know when the punch is coming. So that can add a lot of stress and a lot of chaos into a fighter. And so, and on top of that, he lands big punches. Let's not get it twisted. So that's how he gets the wins. But like Sobers is saying, that's really pretty much all he does. He tried boxing Stanionis in their fight. And either he saw he couldn't really outbox him as much as he wanted to, or he just realized this guy's right there in front of me putting the earmuffs up. I can just pierce through the guard with my power, and that's what he did. But there's this notion, and we're going to get to that because there's a couple of videos here that I want to play you that talk about that, about how Ennis is the Roy Jones, he can do it all. And I'm thinking, I don't know if he can do it all. I don't know if what people are pushing out there is just pugilistic erotica.
He's kind of unproven. That's really what he is. He's still, even if he was to beat this guy, he still has more to prove.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he's going to lose. Just on a side note.
Well,
I think Xander's going. He's equal size and he's faster.
Let me read a couple.
And actually, he might actually be smarter as well. I think.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, this is gonna come. Questions are gonna be asked of both fighters this Saturday. It's gonna be interesting. Let me just read a couple of chats here. More BDC says Stanionis and Royman Villa are bums. I don't know about that. The Finest says Canelo got almost 70 fights on a 20-plus year career. Rafa says, Morb, everyone is a bum for you. Adam Hurley says, it's true, Boots has only fought bums. This will be the first non-bum he beats. I mean, I don't know. Listen, the guys that he beat, were they all 50-50 fights? No, but they're not bums either. That doesn't make them bums. Don bent knee to Manteca says, salute my... Okay, I don't know what that... Hiroka says, beat that clown. Hiroka, beat that clown. Shake my head. Baron Evola says, Ennis is a switch hitter in boxing. Zayas is a switch hitter with Bad Bunny. Oh, Baron, come on, man. Ooh. I thought we were past that. Don Bentani says, finally some boxing. Well, we got a big fight coming up. We should be talking boxing. So don't forget to hit the like, fellas. Hit the like. Really helps us out. What else is going to say here? Okay, so this is something else I got here for you. This is Jared Hurd, former 154-pound champion, or titleist, whatever you want to call it. And incidentally, one of the biggest weight bullies that I've seen in recent years. And so it's kind of interesting or apropos that he would be actually weighing in on this fight when we got two guys who should be fighting two classes above where they're fighting right now. So let's see what Jared Hurd had to say about this. This is what Jared Hurd had to say. Hold on a second.
You heard?
Yeah, I heard.
Jared Hurd.
Hey, Jared, stick that dick in the ear and fuck what you heard.
All right, what's going on here? You're gonna have to start kicking me cool out.
Talk about like Xander and Boots, because we talked about it a little bit. I asked you like, how you feel like that's the fight gonna go, man? What's the breakdown of that fight?
Hey, listen, man, you know how I feel about that fight. I said, man, Xander's a great champion, unified. He's a durable champion, but in all honesty, rest in peace to Xander Zayas, man. Rest in peace to Xander Zayas. And the only reason why I'm saying that is not to discredit Xander Zayas. It's to give all the credit to Boots, man, because I look at Boots as like one of them.
You have eyeliner on or something? Why does he look like he has eyeshadow, bro? So I'm trying to listen to what he's saying, but then I see the little ponytail, just flicking around his head, and I'm like, all right, that's a little, and then he's like smiling, and I see like this shadow on his eyes.
Oh man,
it looks like a purple or something. Like it looks like his makeup, like there's a little kind of glitter. His eyeliner, like he has eyeliner on or something.
You know what? I'm gonna defend Jared Hurd, and I'm gonna say it's because the quality of the video. It's got
those eyebrows look extremely over tweezed. They look overtouched. You know what I'm saying?
You ever seen the movie Mask?
Yeah.
He looks just like the guy in that film, but with a beard.
All right,
maybe a little dark.
I'm gonna refrain from commenting about that. Let's keep playing the video here.
Man, because I look at Boots as like one of them fighters that's offense is so devastating. It's gonna be hard to.
It looks like he has like something on his eyelashes. Like what do they call like the butterfly wings the girls be having?
Does that dude? What does that dude have like one dread?
No, he doesn't have one.
He got the one single doodoo twisty.
He's got a single dread,
like a Shaolin monk, man. Probably because he's a badass.
He got one shit lock.
No, come on. No, he's got a. You know what it is? He's probably a Shaolin monk type of thing because he's a badass. He was a tough guy. He was a tough guy in his career.
Like one of
he went bald. He held on to that one dread.
Yeah, what's his name? Knocked all the other ones off his head, right? What's his name? One that just beat up
J-Rock. Is that his name?
No, the one that just beat up Armando Resendez.
Resendez, yeah.
Resendez, Resendez nuts beat the shit out of him.
So devastating. It's gonna be hard to.
He turned him into a tranny.
It's gonna be hard to deal with something like that. It's almost like Benavidez.
He knocked his dreads out of his head.
All right, come on, man. You guys are just.
Jared Hurd like a lot lizard now.
Look at that hairline, my God!
you guys. You know what people say, media? Why don't you ever come on camera? Yeah, because of these fuckers. That's why. Oh, you guys are horrible.
Devastating. It's gonna be hard.
I mean, no
matter what you bring, it's gonna be hard to deal with something like that. It's almost like Benavidez. You know what I mean? Benavidez does get hit, and a lot of people saying now that Boots getting hit. We're gonna see when he really gets hit. But the reason why everybody know that Boots gets hit is because it's not often that he gets hit. So when he does get hit,
Oh, he gets it
Everybody sees like a big punch, but I mean, it stands out.
But hold on, you can say that about anybody. Like, imagine you could say that about Gaddy. It's like, well, Gaddy didn't used to really. People say Gaddy used to get hit a lot, but that's just because he usually didn't get hit. So once he got, he got. You can, like, the eye can tell you how often. In other words, it's a question of quantity. Some guys, because that's what I often hear, right? So when you say this guy gets hit a little bit more than he should, well, everybody gets hit. Yeah, but can we agree that some people get hit more than others? That's why some people are called defensive geniuses, some people are called defensively sound, and other people are just called trash when it comes, or punching bags.
Yeah.
And so
Gotti got hit a lot. He got hit a lot.
Yeah, because you say
Boot gets hit a lot, he gets hit a lot too.
I mean, he gets
not as much as Gotti.
He gets his head exactly. There you go, Fu. That's that you articulated better than I could. He gets hit a lot for a guy who's supposed to. People say he can do it all. He can do it all. He's an ex Roy Jones. Well, Roy Jones wasn't getting hit as much as Jaron Ennis has been getting hit in his last 5 fights.
Yeah.
When the
and also Gotti's durability was tested. He was hit many times and he was durable. Where Boots, he's been hit by smaller men and been hurt. He's been rocked by smaller guys, and he's getting hit with really clean punches on the chin. So we don't know what's going to happen when he's fighting these bigger guys and their chin checking him. Like we don't really know. So we'll see.
Yeah, so
BDA, he was going for the Tong Po.
It looks sort of like he graduated like from Hood College. You know, you have like a tassel coming out of your hat.
Which one is that? Is it the one you just posted on the Discord here?
Yeah, that's the one of those. I think it's Lionheart, one of those Van Damme movies where he enters a tournament to avenge.
Oh yeah.
Somebody that gets their ass whooped in front of him. Some standard. Oh, this is my friend. He lost the tournament. That's the look he was going for.
Oh shit! No, that looks way cooler.
But that looks cool. What Jared Anderson got just looks like a shit lock. Yeah.
Yeah, it is short. That's like really long. That looks like a snake.
All right, so
I got a snake on the back of his head.
So that's what we got there with Jared Hurd saying that Ennis is just too good, too skilled. He doesn't really get hit as much as people say. Which, hey, listen, that's what I wanted to say. Look, there's been 2 surprises for me this year in terms of big fights. One was Murataya actually being able to cut the ring off better than I expected against Andy Cruz and defeating him. The other one was Benavidez actually putting a hurting on Ramirez, because I expected Benavidez. If I had to pick, I was actually making it a 50-50 fight, but then I said, no, I'm picking Benavidez because he's just faster hands, better technique. I didn't expect him to destroy Ramirez. So, hey, maybe Ennis, I'm thinking, could Ennis do something similar where he's a bigger puncher, but you're thinking, he might not be able to stop the bigger Xander Zayas, and then it turns out that he can. In other words, what I'm asking is, can Jaron Ennis step up his game? Can he show us something that he's never shown us before? That's the big question here. Now the other thing is
We'll find out.
Yeah. Well, the thing is that the guy he just fought, I don't know who the hell he is. Who the hell is that guy? He fought it.
Yeah, and how does he get ranked number 5 in the 154-pound division after defeating Lima?
Beating like the number 15 guy. He was like the number 15 in one of those sanctioning bodies or 8. He was like in the top 20. Dude couldn't take one right hand. Whenever I'm watching a fight and you can't take one punch from your opponent, dude, it's a suspect, bro. Something's wrong there. I don't understand what that. This is not even the first time I've seen this situation with this guy, Jaron Ennis. There's another. I think his name is Castillo Clayton, some Canadian guy, right? I think it was within 2 rounds. He scuffed him in back of the head, with a shot that didn't even land, cleanly, and the dude goes down and he doesn't get back up.
Right.
It looked extremely.
I mean, he's got some suspect
finishes. It's happened more than once with this guy. It's happened more than once.
Sandy Ennis was smiling when he went to the corner. Remember? He's smiling.
Yeah.
And then fight got stopped.
Then they stop it 2 seconds later.
Same with Avanesian. He was smiling at the end of the round, and they just stopped the fight.
He got knocked the fuck out. But
I will say this though.
I mean,
I will say this, man. Zayas was asking earlier in that Ring Magazine interview about how, where he wants to be pound for pound if he beats Ennis. I don't know where Zayas is going to be placed pound for pound if he beats Ennis, but I can guarantee you that if Ennis beats Zayas, they're going to propel him to
find a spot for him.
Top 3 pound for pound. I'm already calling it. They're going to push Bam or Inoue out of the way, and they're going to keep Shakur Stevenson number 1. They're going to put Haney number 2 or something, and then Ennis somewhere around there, 3 or 2, interchangeably. There's somewhere, one of these, if Ennis wins, they're kicking one of those guys out, Bam or Inoue. Believe me, that's what's going to happen.
Oh yeah,
putting it on paper right now.
They're dying to kick. They're dying to kick. Even though he's the favorite, right, going in, a pretty significant size favorite to win the fight. If he comes in there and he actually earns a good victory on Zayas, they're gonna probably be like, yeah, you know what? He's top 5, top 3.
Yeah, top 15 of all time. Now,
Yeah, exactly. He's the best to ever do it.
now this is Lamont. But
He's going to be great. I'm telling you.
by the way, I forgot to read a super chat here. Shout out to. Hold on a second. Shout out to Remy again. Shout out to Remy. Shout out to Remy for his contribution to the super chat. He said, "Is Russell the one who said Boots hurt Canelo?" I don't know. In the beginning, when it was revealed that Boots was sparring Canelo, some people were trying to make it out that Boots had schooled Canelo, but then reports came out from Hernandez's side, Yoni Hernandez, who said that Canelo had his way with Boots Ennis. So, but again, that's sparring. But I think that's the big point of.
Well, they said school because you know he carries around that book bag. It's got textbooks in it.
Learning how to read. No, but yeah, because I think that's the point.
Yeah, he's back in school. You know that, right? He's back in school right now.
Canelo.
You know that he went back to school.
Is that right?
Canelo.
Interesting. I didn't know.
Yes, he did.
I didn't know that, and I didn't care. Hey, by the way, speaking of school, I want to give a shout out to. I want to give a shout out to Foca. All right, I want to give a shout out to Foca because.
Hey, what language?
No. Foca.
You motherfucker.
Foca.
What did you just call me?
Foca. Listen, he's putting it out. He's putting it out there, so I'm just gonna say it. A shout out to Foca, who got himself an associate's degree. He just graduated. I think he even graduated cum laude. That means with honors, or with high honors, I believe.
Cum laude.
Cum laude. I don't know how you pronounce it. It's Latin. I don't speak Latin, but.
It sounds like a Mortal Kombat character or something sexual.
No, but listen, shout out to him. I don't always agree with Foca. I don't agree with his use of language and some of his racial views. However, and I'm going to say this I'm going to say this specifically to my Hispanic brothers out there, but also in general to everybody. I think everybody can take a lesson from this. When La Jura looks at you, they see two things mainly: your skin color and your jacket, i.e., your record, your dossier. Make them focus on the second one. Make them focus on the former. Get yourself an education. Get yourself something there that they can look and they go, oh, this guy's onto something. Because I know some people nowadays, it's cool to say, oh, don't go to college or whatever, because all these degrees are all fake. It doesn't matter. And it's true. Look, I've met some dummies who have PhDs, all right? So, but it's about how
get yourself a gun and a good supplier.
It's about how you use it, all right? Listen, and even if a degree, even if you think a degree is worthless, look, we got too many dead carnales in the street. Not enough carnales alive in the classroom. Get yourself an education. That's all I'm saying, all right? So shout out to Foca for that.
Blood in, blood out?
Get yourself an education, Holmes. But yes.
This is operational BA right now.
I'm trying to copy from El Medo Medo from the Blood in, Blood Out. El Medo Medo tells him to get an education.
He was the one that was a painter.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Then he gets stabbed by that Afro-Anglo.
Where I live, there's a lot of.
You're gonna break their back.
Where I live, there's a lot. There's a lot of educated Mexicans.
Gypsy, we can barely hear you, man. We can barely hear you.
Wait, did he just say where I live? There's a bunch of. Did he just say where he lives? There's a bunch of wetbacks.
Yeah, that's exactly what he said. A lot of dirty wetbacks. He said.
Racist,
Gypsy.
Hey, I should say dry backs. I can
dry back. There you go.
Dry backs all the time.
Well, shout out to Gypsy for joining us. Gypsy, I really want to hear what you got to say, but you sound very far away.
Turn off the Wi-Fi. I mean, come on. I've been telling you this for a long time.
The other day, the last time I spoke to him, he was sounding crisp. He told us he got a new microphone.
How do you know? Here, look, my phone fell out in the water, and I'm at work right now.
Whoa. Hey, now who's the wetback? Now who's the wetback?
I know. I mean, that's a wet phone back. That's what that is.
All right. All right. Now listen.
That is.
Shout out to Gypsy for joining us. Really appreciate it, man. And everybody out there as well. Everybody in the chat, hit the like. We're talking about Ennis versus Zayas, and we're just playing you some clips here of the people, what the experts or so-called experts are saying about the fight. This is Lamont Roach. This is what he had to say about Zayas versus Ennis. Hold on. He sounded like Gypsy, very low. Let me boost the volume here.
Boots versus Zayas. I have Boots. He's a special talent, bro. Honestly, and seeing it up close in person is just
I didn't even know what to say about him.
Yeah, that's what I'm starting to realize, man. It's a lot like before the
he's just different.
He got that
like
dog.
Boots. He got cool skirts, man.
I like how they always be like, man, I haven't seen nobody like that since Roy Jones. I'm like, dude, he couldn't carry Roy Jones' jockstrap.
Oh, recognize turning into Larry Holmes.
He couldn't carry Roy Jones' water. There's no. Get out of here.
Are you saying he's not fit? Are you saying he's not fit?
How much water does Roy drink? I mean, that's a lot of water if you can't carry it, bro.
Yeah, you saying he? Are you? There you go. Recognize on the records.
That's the thing. He couldn't carry his water.
Well,
that's a
we'll
lot of
see.
fucking water.
Now, I'll tell you what, though, not everybody's high on Boots. Like I said, we had who else? Bradley was saying that he's not all that high, and on the Flash, Rick Glacier, who is back on Twitter, by the way, Rick Glacier. This is what Rick had to say. I call him Rick, by the way. We're on a first name basis. This is what Rick had to say on Twitter. He said, Boots Ennis has passed everyone's eye test, but on Saturday night, he'll need to do more than pass the eye test for Xander Zayas, as Zayas is a much better fighter than anyone Ennis has fought so far, and this will be a lot better fight than many think. So there you go. So Xander...
I don't have a problem with that statement. I don't have a problem with that. If you want to say he's passing the eye test, okay, that's good. Now he's gonna have to do more than that. Or this is the best opponent that he's gonna probably fight on paper. Definitely a guy who's at least as big as him. You know my thing, PD. I actually think Zayas is bigger than him. He's actually a bigger guy than he is.
Mm-hmm.
Now that doesn't mean that because he's bigger, better opponent, he's necessarily going to win the fight. I'm going for Zayas to win, but if I had to pick, I don't mind giving the edge to Boots. Let's see if he could pull it off, though. Let's see if he could actually do it.
Right. Yeah, and I've seen a lot of people talking about how you gotta make a pick. Lately, I've been we've been doing this. We've been doing this for 8 years. This whole obsession with no, you gotta make a pick. You're trying to have it both, because people do that sometimes. They'll say, "Well, I wouldn't be surprised if this happens, but I also wouldn't be surprised if that happens." No, you're trying to have it both ways. That's if you're obsessed with getting the picks right. Like again, we've been doing this for about 8-9 years now. Well, at least I on this channel have been doing it for 9 years now. I'm way past I gotta get every pick right and I gotta offer a pick. I'm just giving you the analysis of what, and I've done that for a long time now. I tell you, well, maybe this can happen or maybe that can happen. And if it happens, hey, I told you, I gave you 2 avenues. Not everybody can do that. Most people only give you 1 avenue of, oh, this is what's gonna happen. And
so wait. So they say you can't have it both ways, and you say, yes, I can.
I tell people I can have my cake and eat it too, and I'm not gonna give away my secrets, but that's just Mr. BDA. Look at me. I'm starting to sound like Xander Zayas talking in the third person. But
There's nothing more arousing than seeing a nice big cake.
Female cake, right? Is that what you're saying?
Hey, I just said
broad shoulders, background.
Just say yes. Just say yes. Female cake, not a fucking the other one.
All right.
There you
Female
go.
cake. That's not bad, man. Jesus.
I gotta clarify because I'm defending you because then people are gonna jump in and they, oh, there you go, recognize likes man ass. It's like, come on, man. That's
yeah. I see what's going on.
Look, there's certain cakes out there you don't want to eat, bro. Like you would prefer to have a good fucking chocolate caramel type something on there, bro.
That's how you like them. That's how you like them.
That's how he likes them. He likes them to bounce. He wants them to bounce.
I meant by fucking. I'm talking about actual cake. I'm not talking about fucking women, but.
I'm
talking about food here, bro. I'm talking about food here. I'm not talking about women. Because women, it's probably like caramel, fucking, vanilla. That's probably what it is.
Did I ever say woman? You interjected that, not me.
Yeah, exactly. I'll take responsibility for all of that.
Hey, chocolate sometimes ain't bad neither.
Now, I'll say this, man. Rick Glacier made that point, right? That he feels that Zayas is going to win. He's a better fighter than Jaron Ennis. I'm interested. Okay. I was also interested in the comments below that tweet. People commenting on that tweet, and one guy said, yeah, there you go. Yeah, one guy said, I don't disagree about your Boots Zayas takes, but Boots has more than proved himself. So yeah, he does disagree. I don't like that when people go, I don't disagree, and then they proceed to disagree. But Boots has more than proved himself with his dominant win against world champion Stanionis. And then Rick Glacier replied, Stanionis was ridiculously inactive, which is true. The guy had only had 1 fight in about 2-3 years. then Buried in Gold says, Boots is going to beat the brakes off Xander. You got this completely wrong. Well, I like how people tell you that you get it wrong even though the fight hasn't happened.
I know.
I like anybody that tells you they're
You still
100.
got it wrong.
There you go. And then he.
Even though it didn't happen, you still got it wrong. Oh, you got it right. I'm just joking.
Go ahead, BDA.
Somebody goes, I got Boots, but a win from Xander. Okay, no, that's not what it is. Somebody calls Rick a retard.
That's not nice.
Somebody else says, and with all that being said, Boots by TKO. Fight doesn't go past 10 rounds. LOL. Another guy goes, says, it will be one of the easier fights of Boots' career going forward. Another person says, y'all said that BS about his last 4 opponents. Zayas is getting stopped Saturday night and bidding everything on it. So he's betting on everything he's got on it, which I don't know how much that is.
They always say the same dumb shit. Xander's a big, strong guy, you know, and he's very fast. He's got fast hands, fast feet. He's got very educated feet. Boots isn't move nearly as well as Xander. I think this dude's going to dance around him, and if Boots isn't watch on the approach, he's going to eat shots. He's making combinations. So, just this idea that he's just going to go and blow him. They say that every single time. Just blow him out. Every fucking time. These guys, it's just fanboy shit.
Look, man, I think it's gonna be a tough fight for both guys because of Zayas' size. I think Zayas is pivoting on his back foot is gonna play a role with it rolling with shots, avoiding getting hit automatic with massive shots. But I think he's gonna get caught eventually, and I don't think he's gonna hold up. I think he will get stopped late, but it's not gonna be like. It's not going to be early. I don't see an early stoppage. I see a late stoppage, 11, 10, something like that. Maybe it goes to decision.
Yeah, I can see Xander stopping him late in the fight.
I mean, you're going with Xander. So I'm going with Boots. I'm going with Boots on that one.
Yeah. Another person says, Boots is going to destroy Zayas. Stop hyping the kid up. Laughing my ass off.
Oh, so there's an admission there.
About the hype, you mean?
Boots is a little bit faster than him too with his hands. Maybe not his feet, but his hands.
So basically, what he's saying is stop hyping him up. He's a can.
You
know,
that's what it seems like, right?
I mean, you just let them speak and they'll shit on their on their own
hands. They spew diarrhea on their own hands. Now, interestingly enough, a couple of weeks ago, Shakur Stevenson was on the Cedric Agnew podcast. I don't know if people remember Cedric Agnew. He was a light heavyweight contender. He ended up getting stopped by Kovalev by a body shot. Right.
I remember him.
And he's got a pretty good podcast. I mean, this was a good podcast. They were giving out some good opinions. And check out what he had to say. Because, again, we're going to probably be doing the comparative analysis later on this week where we go who has the better jab, who has the better right hand, blah, blah, blah. One of the things we compare is who has the better corner. And that's one of the big questions coming into this fight about whether Ennis, who happens to be Jaron Ennis' trainer, can actually provide good instructions or pivotal instructions if things get tough for his son. So check out what one of these guys had to say on this podcast. Hold on a second. Let me put it up on the screen here.
You gotta take what he said with a grain of salt. He said he thought Andy Lee was gonna beat Ray Mortality, man.
A lot of people thought that.
I thought that too. No, they
A
did.
lot of people thought that. Yes,
Andy,
I thought that too.
Andy Cruz.
What are you talking about?
Yeah, you said Andy Lee. Yeah, Andy Lee. Yeah, I know who the nigga is. Yeah.
I was lost for a minute. I was like Andy Lee.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about.
I thought that too, though.
Nah.
He was the underdog. He was on the underdog on all the bettings and everything. He was the underdog. That's why they pushed for him to be the mandatory so bad. Like, Peter Condon wasn't sliding on that.
Okay, so they're talking, maybe you misheard it because they were all talking at the same time, but they're talking about how a lot of these guys were surprised that Murataya beat Andy Cruz. Now remember, they're bringing this up because Cruz is trained by was trained by Ennis, so check this out.
And
you know what I said was going to be his downfall in that fight? Bozy.
I'm not high on Bozy.
Oh my God, that's another thing.
I ain't high on that nigga, and I say, look, why is this Cuban going to train with this black? He's not going to get that flavor. Go train with a who can train you, bro.
I may agree with that, but I don't agree with like the narratives of like Bozy just being a bad coach. Now the way he coached is a different story. Now he coaches like
with that racial shit, yeah, 100%. But
yeah,
he's a bad coach. I don't know about that.
By the way, look at Shakur Stevens. He definitely looks like a young up and coming featherweight, right? Like he's been saying in the last couple of days. I'm just a young up and coming featherweight, guys. Come on, don't ask me to move up to welterweight.
His kids, like that's how you coach.
I don't want to say it.
You know what I'm noticing? He's losing weight purposely, bro. He's trying to get stronger. Yeah. He's doing it on
He's
purpose.
starving himself.
Listen, that boy ain't fooling me.
Are you saying he got off the snack just to try to?
You know, he's not an alcoholic, but he sounds like one.
I don't want y'all thinking like I'm a welterweight, nothing like that.
Ow.
I don't know who made you think you the god of boxing, but
Imagine you would have
gonna fight.
Imagine you would have started rapping. You'd be like, ow, bow, wow, yippee, yo, yippee, yay.
Like,
He coached
far as
like a
being
football
bad coach, bro. He's a good coach, bro.
I ain't say he was a bad coach.
Okay, I just
I
clearing that up for
No,
everybody.
yeah. I said to coach that guy. No, wrong decision.
When you hear the ring,
Wrong decision.
him in the ring, he sound like a football coach.
And
Man, he and that telling.
I still remember in the Karen rematch, Jaron Ennis goes back to the corner. I think it was after the 10th round, and Bozy just stands there, doesn't say anything for about 15 seconds, which is an eternity when you get a 60-second break, and then he just goes, "What round is it?" What he asks somebody, "What round is it?" Somebody says 10. He says 10. Okay, and then he turns to Boots and goes, "You gotta knock him out." It's like, what? That's the whole instruction. You gotta take him out. How? How does he work his way in against Trudeau? How does he nullify Chudazin's footwork and the counters? Again, that's and we saw it.
Because you know why? Because he sees his son knock out people in their own gym and that challenge him, and he thinks that his son could do that to anybody at any given time. That's why he's like, "Oh, okay, just go and knock him out. There's 10th round, bro. Like, why didn't you knock him out already?" Stupid.
What is that voice, man? Knock him out already.
Knock him out already.
But see. But you know what's interesting? You know what's interesting about that though? Zayas ain't no shucks country bumpkin. Like, I'm just a humble guy. No, he's not humble at all. Zayas is filling his oats here, and he's saying it as much. He was on the Errol Hawani show, and people have been taking clips out of the episode, and he's got some interesting things to say. Check out what he has to say about Ennis.
Do you allow yourself to think of what life would be like if you become the first guy to beat Boots? You toss aside that hurdle. Everyone thinks you're too young, this and that. What, like Sunday, Monday, and life after Boots? Do you even go there?
Yeah, of course.
And what does that look like?
I'm gonna be the best 154 pounder in the world. It doesn't matter how my popularity is gonna grow. That doesn't matter. That comes with the territory. That comes with me growing and getting better as a fighter and people liking me. But it's more about just proving myself right, knowing that I know I could do this, and I know I will do it Saturday night. And Sunday morning when I wake up, I'm gonna be the best 154 pounder in the world.
Do you think he respects you?
I don't
What's
care.
the vibe you get?
I don't know. I don't know the guy.
You've barely been around him. You did some media stuff with him.
Literally the first time.
Yeah.
That was the first time meeting.
Press conference face to face.
So I don't know
if get what type of vibe did you take off?
All right, you know what? I should have skipped all of that. Hold on.
Thinks he can bully you?
Jeez.
He might think that.
I know. Why
I
think I can do his best Curtis Stevenson impression? I don't want
to.
No, I'm not saying but so you think he thinks he can bully you?
He might think that.
Yeah.
I think I could bully him. I think I will bully him.
Oh.
But that's the way we're supposed to think as fighters, I'm better than him. The same thing, I feel like he thinks he's better than me. And there's only one way to find out. That's Saturday night.
One thing that people have said about him throughout like the last few years, like they've wanted him to take that leap and fight those big fights. Do you think he has avoided those big fights? Or do you think the stars just haven't aligned for him?
Well, it took him 35 fights to become unified.
Oh.
Took me 23. If you see his first 23 fights, he was fighting guys that were trying to pay a child support. I was fighting guys trying to win, trying to control me.
I like this voice.
He's saying, let's just rewind up for a second here.
If you see his...
Have said about fights, do you think he has avoided those big fights? Or do you think the stars just haven't aligned for him?
Well, it took him 35 fights to become unified. Took me 23. If you see his first 23 fights, he was fighting guys that were trying to pay a child support. I was fighting guys trying to win, trying to control me, trying to get me away from my goals and what I wanted to accomplish. So I don't know if stars.
So I'm telling you, he's feeling his oats in there. He's saying, look, I mean,
Okay, you know what I like about that, BDA? You know what I like about that? Okay, when you're fighting somebody, right, and it's like, they're professionals, but it's a real fight because they're trying to win. This is not sparring, right? There's no sparring, and this is a real deal.
Mm-hmm.
What you want to do is you want to find out if you can get underneath that guy's skin. The reason why you want to do that, because when you translate in a fight, when a guy's angry and he's in a fight, if you could frustrate him, you start to drown him, right? Starts to lose energy. And if, God forbid, that guy starts losing energy in the fight, and then you start hitting him with hard shots, he starts having a nervous breakdown.
Right.
It's called equal delirium, and that's what gets the guy. It's called what is it called? Delirium, something like that, right? Where they get panic attacks. They start getting a panic, like, oh shit, I'm not only losing this fight, I'm not only frustrated, this guy's starting to hurt me now.
Yeah,
I get knocked out.
it's interesting because I can't relate to that because I actually thrive under the pressure. The more you, no, that's just me. I rise to the occasion.
It doesn't mean it'll always work.
BDA is a fireman. You run to the fire.
Exactly.
Doesn't mean it's gonna always work, but I like the attempt. I like that he's thinking that way. The kid, what he's showing me, he's got a game plan to win the fight. He's not just coming in there to see how good he is or coming in second place. He wants to actually win the fight.
Well, he's not being entirely disrespectful, although that comment about his opponents being people that were almost on the verge of being in county jail for not making child support payments. Now he's starting to sort of laying on a little thick. I think both guys are pretty open about their ability. They're pretty brash. They're not necessarily arrogant, but they're starting to get brash. So I got no problem with both guys if they're on the same level doing that. But yeah, listen, all I'll say is this: he better live up to the hype. If he's
You hey, listen, you put it out there, and now you got to see if it works.
Mm-hmm. Because that's not all he said.
Confident, bro. He's got to be confident. He's got to go out there thinking that he's the shit. No one can touch him. He's untouchable. You know what I mean?
The guy. I just got to be. The guy is cooking.
The fucking food TV voice, man. The radio TV, radio food. That's what I call him. Radio food. Whoa.
As the kids like to say, he's cooking.
Hey, man, that's FUBU TV.
Fu, can I get tickets for the Pearl Jam concert? No, but you know what? It's interesting though because I get what you recognize. He's saying that, and Gypsy too is like, yeah, some of these dudes. That's what I've always said. Look, I don't like arrogance. It's not a characteristic that I like, and most people dislike it too. However, the reality is that a lot of these dudes at the high level of sports, they need to have a little bit of that. A little bit of that. You can't not all of these guys can be GSP. Josh St. Pierre, who's always talking about, I am scared of fighting and I am actually a pussy. It's like, not everybody. And that's fake humility too in a lot of ways, by the way, I think. But yeah, you need to have a little.
I think, can I interrupt you?
Absolutely, Frank. Go ahead.
Sorry. I mean, I think some of these guys, right, to recognize point, they try to talk themselves into the fight. Like, I think when they do these talking shit pressers, they're trying to make themselves believe it. And my pop psychological analysis of Xander, I think he does believe it. I don't think he's talking to like, okay, maybe I can fool myself into believing it. I think he actually believes in his ability to beat Jaron Ennis.
And then on top of that, the style that Zayas has, right, where he's an outbox, he can outbox you, right? So a lot of that depends on frustrating your opponent, right? There's a lot of that goes into it. So maybe he's thinking to himself, if I could get this guy to overcommit and be unsuccessful while I'm having success, that could play right into my hand, into a victory.
Well, that's a great.
Boots also is not used to guys like this who will get in his face and show they're just as confident as him.
But at the beginning, he's faced with a mouthful of a sandwich or something, like speaking into a microphone. I mean, come on.
Speaking tendies.
Give me 1 second. Let me swallow this.
Frank, you think he's eating? You think he's eating tendies and drinking from a juice box? Is that what you're saying?
No. Look, I was chewing a Jaiwada tobacco.
Oh, okay. There you go. A real man's man. A real man's man. Yeah, he's not a
kidding.
Food TV doesn't need like a 15-year-old kid or a 40-year-old employee guy.
I'm eating Lunchables. I'm eating Lunchables. Not kidding. It's a joke.
What are those mozzarella sticks that you peel off? What are those called? The kids take to school. The cheese sticks. Yeah. Oh, those are disgusting.
What are you doing, Fubu?
Hey, but by the way, hold on.
I was eating my dinner.
I wanted to piggyback off of what Rec and I said about the footwork and all that because Zayas, again, deriding Jaron Ennis in an arrogant manner here about the footwork. Check out what he had to say.
Say Boots is flat-footed as well.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
He is flat-footed. I mean, he knows it.
He does?
I feel like he does. I mean,
I'm going to ask him tomorrow. He'll be here tomorrow.
Ask him.
What do you think he says when I ask him that?
He might say
he's like, yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
I have flat-footed.
no, I don't think so. I think he'll say I have better footwear than he does.
Yeah.
I bet he'll say that.
You think so?
No. I mean, yes. I think he'll say that. Yeah.
I've heard you say Boots is flat-footed.
All right, so there you go. So he's deriding Ennis's footwork, saying the guy's actually flat-footed. And to a certain degree, I understand why some people are going to say, no, actually, Ennis has better footwork because they look at the flash. Look, Zayas is quick, but he's not as flashy as Ennis. In other words, he's not as fast as Ennis has that more lightning quick hand speed, whereas Zayas, I would just qualify him as quick. He's not slow. He's not exactly Roy Jones Inoue fast. But a lot of people get lost on that and confused, and they go, well, this guy's quicker, therefore he's got better footwork. Not so. Maravilla Martinez had better.
Xander's faster than
Really?
Than Ennis. Yeah.
Like
I think he's faster than both feet and hands.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Well,
he just likes to throw a lot of probes, Xander.
Mm-hmm.
They're really slow. He just kind of probes them out. They hit you. He like touches you a little and he mixes in harder shots. Boots and he puts a decent amount of pop on everything, but it's really not that fast. I don't see it as being that quick.
Interesting.
I think Boots' hand speed is faster. I just don't think his legs are. I think Zayas' legs are slightly better, slightly faster, but over hand speed wise, I think Boots' hand speed is faster.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's my general.
Has a lot more quickness on his.
I agree. That's my general feeling. I think Zayas definitely has the faster feet because he knows how to use him properly better. He's got better technique in terms of footwork. But Jaron is, when it comes to hand speed, I do think Ennis is faster. Now, I know if Zayas outboxes him, I know there's going to be some people coming back. You said he was faster. It's like, look, how do you beat speed? Timing. And I think that's where Zayas' keys to victory are, or that's one of his keys to victories. He's got to have the better superior timing, which he might have. I think he does appear to be the better technician, the superior technician, but Ennis's hand speed might offset that. I don't know. We'll see. It's going to be a chess match in a lot of ways. Both guys have to adjust to each other's strengths. That's part of fighting a high-level boxing match. Now, speaking of high
issues with guys in the back foot. I mean, what's his hardest fight, right? Karen. I thought he lost the second Karen fight. I thought he looked and I thought he looked terrible in the first Karen fight. So I mean, this guy possesses many of the same skills as Karen. Except I think he has more power in his hands.
Well, a lot of people have drawn parallels between the Karen and Zayas, so you might be onto something there. Now, I'll tell you what I'm onto. I'm onto Showbiz. Showbiz just did I know I'm glad Fu's here because he's a big fan of Showbiz. He did a sit down with Ennis and Zayas. So let's check it out here. Just a couple of clips here. This is Showbiz interviewing Xander Zayas, and the segment is called what's it called? Black coffee, 2 sugars, or something like that. Black, 2 sugars. I don't know exactly what that means, but
I think it has to do with coffee.
I think it might have something to do with the caffeinated beverage known as coffee.
So is it 2 sugars?
The black, and that's the black 2 sugar.
No, I think it's 2 eyeballs.
I don't even.
You know what? He could play the Joker, couldn't he?
Oh yeah,
He's got like the perfect Joker smell.
I don't know. You never want to say a guy has sugar in him. You know?
No, absolutely.
Is that John Leguizamo?
A little sugar in his tank. Is that what he's saying?
All right, so
sweet fella.
You guys got a whole bag.
I want to show you the technique that Showbiz uses here, and we've talked about it before in other similar segments here that we analyze from Showbiz. So check this
you mean
out.
the eyeball technique?
He's gonna do eye jitsu.
No, not even that. Check it out. You'll see what I'm talking about.
What's up, my
Wait, did he drop the N-bomb?
Hold on, guys. Hold on. Let's start out the first clip here.
Make sure he doesn't drop the N-bomb.
People, this the black.
He always said people.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I saw this. I actually saw this, I think, and he looks insane. They probably should have done a close up because Xander's looking at him like, why did I come here?
No, he
What
did,
is this-
man.
What
No,
is
he
this
did.
frog I'm looking at?
Nah, listen. Showbiz tries to create a friendly, open atmosphere. He tries to relax his guests, man. He tries to make him feel comfortable. I think that's what he's doing.
Yeah, but when you do your opener like that, you got to have it zoomed into Showbiz's face, or it just looks awkward.
Well, let's see what happens here. Let's see what.
Like,
happens.
look at it from that wide shot.
Yo, what's up, my people? It's the black two sugars.
You can hear
It's the black.
All right, Gypsy, we can't hear you, and I don't think you can even hear the clip either because you're talking over it.
You know, your audio is. How can I say this nicely? Your audio is.
Now, can you hear me now?
No, all I hear is.
I know it's so shit. I prefer it to be shit instead of.
Nah,
quality.
come on. Hey, wait a minute. Why am I censoring? Why am I censoring people? Why am I censoring people? It's not even a Sunday show. You're allowed to curse.
I know, right?
What's
It's
wrong
not
with
even
me?
Sunday. I'm saying if you're a little bit silent, you could hear him go ribbit on the background of you.
It's Sunday to me.
There you go. Fucking Gypsy's accusing Showbiz of being a frog. How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Look, he stole my angle.
And if a girl kisses him, he'll probably turn.
Ah,
into
come
a
on,
prick.
all right, Gypsy. I'm putting you on timeout, man. You're being too disrespectful.
Get out of here.
How do I time people out on Discord again? I gotta remember that.
One that says ban.
Yeah.
Give the people
the icon. Exactly what Oprah says. It says ban. Press ban. He's out of here.
All right, let's get through this.
It looks like he's saying give the people their air. Right?
What's up, my people? This the black two sugars. I'm here with the junior middleweight champions and the Zayas. What's going on, brother?
Bizarre.
You see,
That's
that's what he does, by the way. He comes in with the high level intro, high energy intro, and then he laughs at himself. The laughter is what disarms his guests, and it also tries to.
Uncomfortable. They're really uncomfortable.
He's like he's kind of like a warlock, right? He's like casting a spell.
I was saying this is shot very poorly.
Those crazy when they look in those crazy eyes, like they start seeing spirals.
Yeah,
that's the disarm, and that's why he makes those loud noises, like.
Well, they leave them.
They leave like white noise, right? It's like white noise, and then you just fall into the spiral. And now you're in the interview, you know, laughing at whatever.
You're sitting in the chair, and then it's a dark room, and then that guy comes in looking like a lizard.
Next thing you know, you're shooting Robert Kennedy, and you don't know why. Like you get the gun in your hand. Secret Service is tackling you to the ground. It's like, well, what happened? Yeah, you shot Robert Kennedy.
He looks
I was just at the Versace temple. What happened?
He looks like they let a lizard in there.
All right, let's see this one.
I'm here with the junior middleweight champions and the Zayas. What's going on, brother?
I'm doing great, brother.
Yeah?
Yes, sir.
You let me hold the belt.
Come on, man. You can hold the second one.
I'm about to hold this.
You can have it right there with you, man.
I mean, he's already laughing uncontrollably 30 seconds into the clip here. Let's see how many more he has.
Oh, look at that
look. I knew Bad Bunny was going to be there.
Oh, okay, so now they're going to talk about the Zayas' infamous appearance at the Super Bowl.
Because something happened at the very beginning. And me and my daughter, her name is Shy, she watched boxing along with me. And we jumped up like Leonardo DiCaprio. That means we were like, and we
see, Sobers, he already has him. 40 seconds, 1 minute into he already has him laughing along with him. So yeah, the spell worked.
Laughing at whatever garbage he's saying now. He's lost in the spirals.
There you go. Like you say, he's like the snake in the Jungle Book, you know, where he hypnotizes. There you go.
Yes. And just I'm telling you, that's just like to filter out everything else.
Yeah, you gotta vary the rhythm. Yeah.
Yes. What was that moment like, and what did it mean for you and Puerto Rican people?
Man,
this is something that Showbiz likes to do too, and it's not just him. Other interviews do it. What does this mean to you? They do the same thing when they talk about upcoming fights. What would a victory mean for you? And Sarah's like, well, what do you think? He doesn't give a shit about it? Like, oh, it's just another fight for me? No, of course he cares. It's a big fight. But anyway, they talk about the Super Bowl, and then Showbiz starts asking him about the advantages he might have over
Does he
Ennis.
ask him, do you forgive your mother?
Have you forgiven your mother?
Your mother.
The Japanese. That's what he had. That's how
you farted.
That's how. What's his name again?
Did you know that BLM was started by 4?
Why not? Why not?
What's his name again? Jesse Lee Peterson. That's his name. Jesse Lee Peterson. Yeah.
Why not?
Do you love black people?
Why are you dressed like a hoochie mama?
Man, I don't do social media too much, but
Okay,
I know.
cool.
I obviously I do know you. I know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I said, I'm sorry, y'all, because I'm going to say it to him, too, that you were a better op for Boots than Virgil Ortiz. Hey, listen, I'm sorry, Virgil Ortiz.
There you go. That why did I mean? Okay, I get. Look,
Oh my
why does he
gosh.
always have to do the fake laugh though? That's the only thing that gets me here. That's the only criticism I have.
I think he's a fucking priest, bro. I think Showbiz is a priest on a low key, bro. Like he does this shit and he's a fucking priest at night or something, bro. They gather up a congregation or something like that, and he starts doing all
That's
this
my
fucking
stick, bro.
gay.
You're taking all my whole flow bar for bar, bro. You need to stop right now.
Well, that's so bad.
No, Gypsy. See, Sober's just accused you of stealing his theories. All you gotta do to disarm Sober, just laugh. No, that's all you gotta do.
Yo, if I got big old eyeballs like fucking Showbiz, I can disarm him.
You disarm them with your eyes.
Go ahead.
I didn't hear eyeballs. I heard balls. I can disarm him with my balls. That's what I heard.
No, I said eyeballs. You
Oh,
didn't
okay.
say balls.
Okay, that's what because you cut off.
Big old eyeballs, black sugar eyeballs like him. I can easily disarm him.
Okay.
Black sugar eyeballs.
I can disarm him either way, but I can. It's more easier that way.
And that's the black too sugared.
The black.
I don't like that Zayas is 185 outside the ring and then has to go down to 154. Like you can see there's a lot of water weight on his face.
Yeah, that's true.
But there's an older interview, right? This from a few months ago.
Yes, that is true. There's an older,
so
a bit of an older.
a lot of that.
Yeah.
Boots was already leaned out before Zayas was. He actually he balloons up as well. You know that, but he was already leaned out.
Weight. When a fighter starts gaining weight, look at his legs. Right? Look at his legs. If they start getting too big, you realize that's because that's where you carry your weight at, right? You carry. So he's a lot bigger than a couple of years ago.
Yeah,
interesting.
From what I'm. Yeah.
I think there's a chance that Boots might be overtrained for this fight.
Is that right?
Because I've noticed between camps, he's usually bloated. I don't know if you guys watched the first press event. He was already lean. Did you notice that?
Yes,
he was
that's
leaned
true,
out
yeah.
already.
Well,
and
but,
Xander was, he was like this.
But hold on, but
kinda...
Ennis does have a rather large beard. I don't know if that's to hide the.
I
can tell he was leaned out. He was leaner than usual. Like you see him.
I'll tell you right now, I don't like Boots the way he was looking at some of these weigh-ins at 147.
That's a guy. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was looking. He looked scary. Like that was something.
He looked like the Black Crypt Keeper.
Zayas should be a soccer player, bro. I don't know what he's doing playing fucking boxing and shit. Not play. He has the hairstyle. He's gonna pull it off.
He should have played the Joker in the new Batman.
All right, let's hold on. We got to get through this. We're almost done with this particular clip here.
I'm sorry, Virgil Ortiz. But
Is
just
Virgil
all
dead?
the things. Let me break it down.
Yeah.
Boots is usually bigger than everybody.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're bigger than Boots.
Yeah.
You're athletic, versatile style, boxer, puncher.
Yeah.
These are all the things that he's not accustomed to.
Facts.
I think that makes you a tougher op, and you're the unified champion.
Yeah.
And 23.
Yes, sir.
Why am I right?
What does Virgil brings?
Power. I don't want to do
that's
this.
it.
I don't want to.
Thank you. I appreciate you. He ran out of answers.
No, he can
ran
fight.
out of
He can
answers.
fight.
Ran out of answers.
Power.
That's it. Ran out of answers.
No.
This is getting weird.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Yeah, well, Fu, let me hear the laugh again. Let me hear the laugh.
I did it.
Yeah, but
this is what it's all fake. It's like, bro, it's not that funny. What the hell?
I mean, listen, humor is subjective, so he finds it funny.
Come on.
Who are we to judge what
drugs did he take before this interview?
Nah, wait a minute.
He's laughing this much.
Well, I tell you what, we're not done yet, because then he sat down with Jaron Ennis, and
oh, nice.
Here he's
wearing
asking
that hat that doesn't fit his head.
Yes, indeed he is. He's wearing a sideways hat that I don't know how he's able to keep it on, and for some reason
it's like a yarmulke.
And for some reason this clip won't play now. Hold on a second. It's taking his.
You think that's the PEDs? That's the PEDs. That's why his head's that big.
Listen, I think both these guys are on something. How do they manage to cut so much weight?
I mean, Xander's mostly water. It's a lot of water on that guy.
Come on. Yeah.
He's eating that
Fu,
good
I notice you tend to criticize Ennis for some things, but then you give you give Zayas a pass for them. I mean, come on.
I mean, look. He's eating the good Puerto Rican food. It makes you bloated.
All right. Okay, so now here.
A lot of salt.
Showing a little Puerto Rican bias, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
No.
Okay, now we were talking about how people are verging or veering into pugilistic erotica when they talk about Ennis, about how he can do it all. Yeah. And meanwhile, we haven't really seen it. And then again, I'm open to the possibility that maybe Ennis can step it up in this fight and show us something that we've never seen before, like Murataya did or like Benavides did against Lamide. So, but check it again. This is an example of people saying those type of things. Check this out.
Right. Like that, and whatever my team and my dad want me to do, that's what we do, you know. But the main thing is to have fun. But we see blood or see somebody hurt, he's out of here.
Let's talk about that. You have a very high KO ratio.
Mm-hmm.
Look at that hat.
But people see you.
What's going on? Who? What?
What's up with that hat?
Yeah, I don't know how he keeps it on, man.
Why is he doing that?
It's a slick fighter now. I have to say this. That goes to your credit. To be a knockout artist, but people see you as a slick fighter. How do you see yourself? Do you see yourself as a
I love how he answers with,
what was the name? Igor from the Addams Family.
He's like, you a great fighter.
Do you see yourself as a slick fighter? How do you
wait, Boots, look. We have some fire here. Fire back.
Oh man,
It just reminds me of Frankenstein.
Oh yeah, Frankenstein. Why did I see Igor?
Like Frankenstein.
I'm overrated. I do it all.
So
I can do whatever. Like I said, I do what I want. I feel like I'm a boxer, puncher. I can walk people down. I can do whatever. Inside fighting, like outside fighting, mid range, like whatever you want, I can do it. And I got the IQ to do it.
See, that's the thing I disagree. People say he gets hit, by the way, because he's trying to knock his opponent out. But then when you see him trying to box, like again in the rematch against the Karen, he tried to flip the tables on the Karen and said, "Okay, you moved away from me in the first one. I'm going to move away from you." And he tried doing it, and he was still getting caught backing up. Same thing as in the Stanionis fight. Yeah. So I don't agree with that whole thing of I can do it all. I mean, he can handle himself on the inside, but it's one thing to fight on the inside. It's another to how to get on the inside. He couldn't do it against the Karen.
He's great on the inside. I've seen this guy get pushed back by much smaller men. Like really small dudes. Like there was moments where Avanesian had this guy up on the ropes and was beating the hell out of him.
That's fair enough. That's true. That's true. But I'm talking about the mechanics of fighting on the inside because he manages to find the space to land his shots, especially body shots, on the inside, and that does take skill. So that's what I'm saying. He knows how to fight on the inside, but what I'm saying is he doesn't know how to
leverage, bends the knees and all that. But I mean, Xander's just as big as him, so. That's why this fight's kind of interesting. I mean, if Xander comes in there and he's there to prove something, he might start putting more snap on these shots.
Mm-hmm.
And so this fight can get really interesting, really fast too, because this guy's very aggressive. He's been coming in.
Yeah, so that's why I'm kind of I don't know why he's talking about how people say you're slick. I'm thinking, well, I haven't really seen that. Mm-hmm. I've seen it in spurts. He does have good head movement, but then he overdoes it and he tries to dodge everything, and he's not Neo, and he gets caught flush. So. He needs to.
But you notice it's always funny how these guys love to downplay all their opponents. So in their mind, it's a cherry pick. Like he's admitting he thinks it's a cherry pick. He's it's going to be easy and all this, and he's at originally the first press event. He said, he's in a fat camp. That's what he said.
Right.
He bloated up. Like I said, the guy cut the weight quick. He was already leaned out at the first press event. So his hope is that he's already leaned out because he has weight issues. This guy, even at this weight.
But then Zayas also kind of screwed up because in that face-off we saw a couple of episodes ago, he said, "Ennis, hey, you're saying I've never fought anybody, but you've never fought anybody either." And now Zayas is the one saying, "Well, Ennis has fought nothing but bumps. So if he beats you, you got beat by a guy who beat nothing but bumps. You know what I mean?" So that's why I'm reticent of all this trash talking. But then again, they got to do it to sell the fight. It's on par with the game. Now this is what's his name? Showbiz. More of the
eyeballs.
More of the eye. Well, listen to
more of the eyeballs.
He unified champ. You can't take nothing away from him. But on fight night, them boats is coming back to Philadelphia, straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Real rap.
Why did
You should zoom in on that.
Yeah, I don't get it either, Frank. What was
He looks
that?
insane.
Let's replay that because maybe we missed it. Maybe we missed it.
Was he laughing at him? Like, in other words, like, maybe I'm wrong. Was he laughing at him? Like,
Maybe, man. Maybe he's making fun of the fighters and they don't even know it.
He's disrespecting them.
Yeah, you know.
What I would have said was, I'm taking it that you're laughing at me because I'm predicting a victory.
Nah, look at Recognize being confrontational. He would have been confrontational all right away. It's like, are you making fun of me, motherfucker?
remember when Shakur said belt to ass, I'm gonna beat his ass, and Showbiz is like, ah.
Yeah, I remember
Because
that.
he knows it's it's so unbelievable that that's definitely not gonna happen.
Now I'm looking at this clip differently. Now that Recognize brought that up, like maybe they
look at the look he gives Showbiz. Look at that look of disgust. It's a look of disgust.
You can't take nothing away from
this guy laughing at my
fight
prediction.
night. Them boats is coming back to Philadelphia, straight like that. You know what I'm saying? Real rap.
I don't know how to interpret it.
I imagine that's the way Satan laughs at you when you make it to hell.
He ain't on two sugars, man. He's not on two sugars. Come on.
Maybe I'm wrong, BB.
Frank, come on, man.
Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm interpreting that as he's laughing at his predictions.
Yeah, but
Maybe,
that's
man.
what Boots thinks the same. He's like, bro, is he disrespecting me?
I mean,
Fire, bad.
The stuff of nightmares. Jeez.
It's creepy. It's creepy, man.
no, but I think again, this is just, I think this is an interviewing tactic where he's just trying to disarm. He's trying to make his interview subjects comfortable by saying, look, I know a lot of these guys, they're not big talkers. They're not exactly.
He doesn't look comfortable.
he
looks good. He looks confused.
Are you saying that whenever someone's in front of Showbiz, their fight or flight response goes up?
Yeah.
And they're all on the edge.
Let me try this. Let me try this experiment. Hey, BBA, I see Usyk. I'm gonna knock him out.
What?
That didn't sound like a laugh. It sounded like something in the jungle.
Ah,
That's
come on. What
does.
the
It's
fuck?
like this guttural laugh, like he's the Joker.
Back to Philadelphia, straight back to Philadelphia.
Does that sound like a laugh? That doesn't sound like a laugh.
It's like he takes a deep breath and then he lets it out.
All right, now, well, this is another clip here. This is Jerron Ennis saying he doesn't care about the competition.
And so on and so forth.
I thought you were
will be
going to say
undisputed at 154
decomposition.
though.
No, not the decomposition. No, that's.
We'll be undisputed at 154 though, for sure.
You know who else at 154?
I don't care who at 154.
Boy,
I don't care.
Whoa.
This is my division.
What was that?
Wow.
I can't see the clip. You paused the stream.
Oh,
Was that a
shit.
scared
I'm
laugh?
sorry. No, you should be able to see it there.
I see it now.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I don't care who at
This guy is insane.
this is my division. Like this is my division.
So there you go. So that's the.
But that was good. You show that one again.
All right.
The way he got.
He did the
You
chicken
heard how
thing.
he got offended before that? Like he had to like laugh to not want to kill Boots.
Come on,
Remember, he's all like, I don't give a hell. I don't give a fuck who's in this division. But I go back to that part. That was pretty interesting.
All right, let me rewind.
You think after the interview he's all somber and shit? He's just like a weird ass dude.
Wait a
Like,
minute, Frank.
Yeah.
Are you saying he's like Robin Williams, where every time they snap the camera, all of a sudden he lights up and then they turn it off and he's
Right.
huh?
Yeah.
He said, yo, motherfucker, get out of here.
He drops the N word. He drops the
It's
N.
over.
He sounds like a 1970s Afro-Anglo guy from New York. Like, jive turkey.
For like
You better,
New Jack City.
you better get out of my face, jive turkey.
Can I get a favor? Can I get a favor?
At 154, take care of
Fuck out.
everybody at 154, and so on and so forth. I will be undisputed at 154 though, for sure.
You know who else at 154?
I don't care who at 154.
Boy,
I don't care who at
boy.
I don't care who at
He's having a mental breakdown.
You know what I think this was? I think he got picked on in school, by real niggas, and then that's how he deflected.
Yeah, he
getting
deflected, right?
Picked on.
Yeah, there's something
They said,
there.
Yo, bug-eyed nigga, get
I feel
over
like
here.
he's
He
killed
was like,
people. He felt
This nigga
disrespected
crazy.
for a second. I felt like he felt disrespected, Showbiz. And so he had to let that demon out, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I get what you're saying. You're saying like the laughter is sort of like him feeling disrespected, so it's kind of like a discharge. It's an emotional discharge.
Yeah, exactly,
Let me get it out.
because he didn't know how he should feel about that. He's like, I don't give a fuck. Like, do you see the way he said that? He's like, there's some guys. Like, he came back like kind of rude.
That's true. It's almost like maybe Showbiz felt like, hey, I prepared these questions. I put some time into them. I really prepared beforehand, and now you're just dismissing them outright.
Yeah.
But he can't say that, so he just starts laughing.
He's like, I got a little size on me over your butt, dude. Like, he's looking at Boots. He's like, look at me. Look at you.
I feel like there's a little tension there. I feel like Boots believes this dude is laughing at him when he says he's going to be hurt.
Yeah, I think so.
Maybe.
Look at that vein. My God.
Hopefully he doesn't suffer from high blood pressure or anything.
It's interesting. The vein matches up with the line in his hair.
Come maybe that's how he hypnotizes people. Maybe that's part of the act. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's not a part. Maybe that's
Does he
just
have
the
double
vein.
earrings? Oh, double earrings? That's sus.
Yep.
You start to sound like Tyson Fury now. Like when he told Usyk, I don't respect a man who wears earrings.
Well, you can have one, and it depends on which side you have it on.
I mean, I wouldn't wear earrings, not necessarily because they look bad, but because in a fight somebody can rip them off. So
yeah, that can happen.
But two?
Oh yeah. I've seen that many times. The ears ripped. Yeah, it's not good.
I wouldn't doubt if he has a tongue ring.
Oh, Frank, man. Frank, please. You put an image in my head I didn't want to have, man. Come on.
Hey, you don't want to know where he has piercings.
Oh no! See now I'm laughing uncomfortably here.
You can tell he's a freak. That dude's a freak. You know, not
freak biz. Oh, you just realized that?
Well, I mean, I don't think about him, but after watching this interview, I say, man, this guy's a freak.
He's been a freak for a while. I mean, the guy wears a taco on his head.
Taco.
A taco.
Now,
he laughs like a psycho.
He actually sat down then afterwards with Ennis and Zayas separately, of course, and they were watching fights of each other, and they were both kind of dismissive. You know, Ennis was saying, Zayas saying, what he's doing here, he's not going to be able to do with me, blah, blah, blah. And then check this out. Interesting Philly question here, because, you know, Ennis is from Philly, and Philadelphia has a strong fighting lineage when it comes to pugilism.
You ready for this? First of all, the swag, bro.
Yeah.
What's that about? Let me pause this right now.
I don't know, like I'm from Philly, so you know how we carry. We carry it different, so we got a whole like different like aura and like this vibe with us. Like so, when I step in the ring, I just turn to a whole different person.
All right, so he asked him about the swag, which I didn't know it was 2012 still, but
he said a whole lot of nothing.
I mean,
he just said a whole nothing burger.
Yo, what's up with the drip?
But that's what I was gonna say. Is like, look. Everyone says the same thing. Like, I'm from Texas. I'm from New York. I'm from Orange County. Like that makes you special or something. It's like, what? Yes. No, you don't have anything. You know, there's nothing.
I'm from New York, New Jersey. We just do it different.
Exactly. I mean, being a Mexican from Montreal, then yeah, okay. That is an accomplishment. Walking down the mean streets of Montreal every day and coming out alive. And actually laying the law down on some of these motherfuckers.
That's Trudeau country.
Exactly.
Especially in these days in Montreal. There's a lot of shootings going on over there. But go ahead.
Boy. Did you see the clip there of what happened?
Yeah, I'll talk to you about that offline. That should look crazy.
That was, and then they were already making it about a certain desert tribe. And so anyway. But what was going to say? Yeah, okay, so people in the chat are very interested in this. Team Batman Boxing says, men's a lunatic.
Yes.
JV says guys like this and Southpaw TV had fan bases, were cooked, as the kids say. Miso Dionysus says he just like me for real. Yeah, that's probably what the intent there. Like, let's laugh it up and we become relatable. Which again, it's a standard interviewing tactic. I mean, come on, I'll use it too. Why not? JV says that's an obnoxious cackle, not a laugh. You see, he's agreeing with recognize.
It's a cackle, yes.
There's something there. Skull Kid says, beware of Showbiz's eyes. Well,
I've heard about that.
Well, that's what Sober said, and that there's some sort of hypnosis going on there.
Yeah.
Skull Kid says, did Oscar and Virgil bury the hatchet? Yeah, we're gonna talk about that. But yeah, so anyway, that's all I got there for the whatchamacallit. The
and if they bury the hatchet, where?
Oh, right on top of his fucking head is what you're saying? I mean, hey. What am I gonna say about that? But what else am I gonna say? Yeah, so anyway, so that's all I get for the fight. That's all we've got. And okay, now let's talk about the fight itself, though. So, who are you guys picking? How does the fight go on Saturday?
Go first. You want me to go first?
Sure.
All right.
You volunteer.
I'm gonna pick. I want Zayas to win, but I'm gonna pick Boots, and I think
Wrong.
he's gonna win a close fight. It's gonna be close on the scorecard. He might score a knockdown, but what I think more likely is gonna happen is that Zayas will get tired later on in the fight. Because later the power is not there. Boots is gonna be coming forward, probably landing better shots. I think the most interesting part of that fight will be early. We're like the first 6 rounds. I think if Zayas could exert himself, make this dude feel like not inconfident going into later rounds, it'll be his Zayas victory. But I want Zayas to win. I'm giving him a 40% chance. That's really high, for an underdog. I don't think it's that far out what the numbers have it. But if I had to put my money down, I got Boots by a decision win, a 7-5, maybe even a 6-6, a knockdown wins in the fight.
Interesting. All right, that's recognized his prediction there, and he wouldn't be surprised to see Zayas pulling the offset. So, Fu, well, I think I already knew Fu's prediction, but go ahead, Fu. Who do you think wins on Saturday?
I mean, I think I have it similar to recognize in a way, just because of the power of Zayas. It depends on if he's going to sit down on these shots. But I think I could see it, go edging towards Boots because of his power, right? Xander's not the hugest puncher. That's the thing. But Boots hasn't really proved himself as being a powerful fighter in this division. His last fight, I don't know if I buy it too much. I kind of agree with Sobers that the fight looked kind of suspect. People don't like to think that, but these guys wanted the bargaining chips in that Ortiz fight. So, they got to come in there and, look great, right? He came, what would he do? What was it, like the first fucking punch of the fight, knocked the guy out?
Right, yeah, exactly.
I mean, I don't know if I can read much from that. What, does this guy really have this much power in this division? So, but I think this is the hardest style for Boots Ennis. And I think Xander is a lot more seasoned than what people know. I remember seeing an image of this guy with sparring Adrian Broner, who I think is actually better than Boots Ennis.
Did you call him aging? Did you call him aging Broner? Aging Broner?
Not aging Boner.
No. Oh no, well that's what I got. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, it still works. I heard.
I got an aging Boner, but anyway, go ahead.
That's messed up. I think Xander has the perfect style to be in. I think Boots does exactly what Xander wants. It all has to do with Xander, his ability to take a punch. Because if this guy really does punch like he did in his previous fight, Xander's going to have to be on his bike all night long.
Right.
So he's going to have to fight like the perfect fight almost. The good thing about that is the fact that Boots Ennis is not very technically sound when it comes to his defense. So if Xander starts sitting down on these punches, he might actually hurt him. Like my prediction is that he's going to knock Boots down once. He might knock him down once, and he's going to beat him on the scorecards. That's it. That's what I have. But I wouldn't be shocked if Boots Ennis wins a robbery in this fight on the scorecards, because I think New York City has become Eddie Hearn country. I've seen some of his fighters fight over there, and they get special treatment. They're allowed to excessively clinch and do certain dirty work in there. I've seen it before. I mean, the guy, I don't know what it is, but he's got some dealings going on. Even with a Puerto Rican fighter, doesn't matter. They'll still do it.
Interesting.
And I think that's because but I'm gonna pick Xander just because his boxing skills. I think the guy might be underrated, and I think Boots is underrating him. And I think Xander sees that, and this is why you're seeing him in these interviews, and he's, like you said, he's talking some smack because he feels this guy is a cherry picker, and he knows that this guy sees him as a cherry.
Mm-hmm.
And so he wants to prove him wrong. I think that's what's going on there. So it's interesting, but I'm going to go with Xander. But I wouldn't be shocked if Boots wins. That's what I'm saying. All right. But I'm going to go with Xander.
Interesting prediction right there. Let me tell you. Frank, who do you have winning?
Well, I take into consideration Vegas has Jaron Ennis as a pretty big favorite, 4-1. I seen on X it was going up. I usually don't get swayed by people, but so many people are predicting Jaron Ennis by destruction. But me, Frank Bay, I feel it's a 50-50 fight. I think both guys have a lot of unanswered questions. I don't buy the eye test with Ennis. So I'm gonna sit on the fence right now. I'm gonna say 50-50. But I will make a pick. I'll make a pick later. But I'm just, I was watching Xander fights. It's coming on my feed. Top Rank is putting on the fights, and man, he's shaky, bro. I'm telling you, that guy is shaky. He's a good boxer, but Perez was landing some good shots. Barasu was putting some heavy pressure. You talked about the clinching. Jaron Ennis should win by destruction. I mean, in my honest opinion, he should win by destruction. But I think Xander has the size and reach to give him problems. So right now it's 50-50.
Interesting, because I'm hearing you guys criticizing Ennis. He does this wrong, he does that wrong, but then you're picking him to be Zayas. So is that because Zayas isn't really that good, or is it because Ennis is that good?
I'm taking into Vegas has them. They're usually right. People don't pay attention to the odds, but I mean, when we see Bam against a 10-1 guy, he did what he was supposed to do. They're usually right, and they're right for a reason, right? They're not in it to lose money. So going with Zayas is you might be making a big mistake.
Right. Interesting. Sobers, what do you think? Saturday, what happens?
I think that Zayas is going to school Boots.
Oh.
He's going to piece him up. Boots is going to come forward, trying to knock him out, catch air, and catch a lot of counters. And yeah, we're going to see the hype train derail.
So there you go.
That's kind of the way I see it.
No, you did not. No, you didn't say that.
No, I'm saying, look. That's kind of the way I see it. That he has the perfect style to beat in.
Oh, good.
Right? He throws a lot more leather than this. What's the other guy's name? Karen.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's better than Karen. And Karen's very slippery on his footwork, but he just doesn't have. I mean, Xander's not a huge puncher, but he's got more power than that guy did. And I think that was one of his issues, Karen, that he couldn't put this guy out. But he did hurt him, and he hurt him with some of those left hooks. And that's one of his shots he likes to throw, right? That left hook. So my big thing is the power. That's my only problem with Xander right now. It's just that this guy, if that's true, what he did in that last fight with that one punch, then he's going to have to, like I said, he's going to have to fight like the perfect fight. But he has the style to beat him. That's why I'm picking him.
Well, I'm telling you, man.
And he's a young guy. He's confident.
Yeah, I'm very interested in this fight, and it's really one of the most compelling fights we have until we get Zoo versus Spence, which I don't think is going to be that good because one guy is, he's a fucking drunk who hasn't fought since 2023. So how good can that actually be? But it's an intriguing fight. So after this, we don't really have that many fights where you go, ooh, wow, what's going to happen? So very interesting fight. Don't forget to hit the like, fellas. Hit the like. Really helps us out. And yes.
Can I usually don't listen to Fu, but I think he did say one thing for himself.
Thanks a lot, son of a...
I fuck with you, Fu. No, I think Xander can win, but he has to fight the perfect fight.
Yes.
He really does. I mean, we talk about boxing and we talk about back foot bitching, and you would want to see guys go for the knockout. And I'm one of those guys, right? Benavidez puts on performance, bam. But this really is the epitome of boxing. Xander will have to box the perfect fight. Jab, wrap up, tie up, move, jab, move, throw a right hand, mix his shots up. But he's going to have to be perfect, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Frank, it's like you don't listen to Fu.
Yeah, like how he's. I usually don't give a shit about what Fu has to say. That fucking idiot. But
thanks a lot, you son of a.
I usually think.
Like I said, the great part about it is that he possesses the style to beat the guy, and the guy offers all the different. He has the technical flaws for Xander to take advantage of it.
I usually don't care what the fuck Fu has to say, but he takes the point.
Fu's takes usually pretty garbage.
That's why what he said made so much sense to me. Recognized. I was like, damn, he finally fucking said something I grabbed onto.
That's not true. Come on. This guy Fu TV, he's on the money.
That's right on.
Oh shit, I'm going crazy.
You know what you should have done, Fu? You should have just laughed. What?
What?
There you go. Don't forget to hit the like I said, and listen, we got other news here. Moving on from the Jaron and his Xander Zayas thing.
That's usually what I do when I feel disrespected.
There you go. Like Mel Gibson. Filip Hrgović.
What?
Filip Hrgović will be fighting Moses Aitama, and I forget when though. it's coming up.
I apologize for nothing.
Okay, come on. You talk about the Mel Gibson's wife there. Why do you always get angry? She's trying to stay calm, knowing that she's provoking him while she's recording.
I was at the jacuzzi. Why didn't you not come to the jacuzzi? Fuck the jacuzzi.
But we starts growling like a wolf, like he's turning into the wolfman. But listen, we got Moses Saitama. I forget when, but he's going to be fighting Filip Hrgovic. The interesting fight because so far, Saitama has been feasting on Bulgarian lorry drivers, as Stu used to say, or shorter, fat heavyweights. Now he's taking on a taller guy who's got a long, rangy right hand. Hrgovic is not the biggest.
Oh wait, that's Ice Cube's son, isn't it?
I don't get that one because I don't know what he looks like.
He looks just like him.
Interesting.
That's what I'm talking about.
He looks like identical to Ice Cube's son. Hear this.
I'll have to look him up.
I'll show you a picture.
But yeah, so Hrgovic has a good long right hand. He's not the biggest puncher, but he can string punches together. He's got experience. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens. But he had this to say about Saitama. He said, I know why I've been invited here. I've been invited to lose. I understand Frank Warren is not going to make as much money from me as he stands to make from Saitama. He has all the attributes, talking about Saitama. He's had the promotion since the beginning of his career. So anyway, he goes on and on about that. And then he goes, look, I'm not impressed in the way the whole world is about Saitama. I'm a fighter. I look at it from a different angle. Never seen him in trouble, punched, or getting dropped. He definitely has skills and speed, but to be a great fighter, you must have heart, will, chin, and endurance. We haven't seen that yet.
Yes.
And then he says, Saitama went from winning the Youth World Championships, which I won as well, and then in 14 professional fights, he's a superstar. It has been laid out for the table, he says, has been laid out for him. He didn't sacrifice like I did. I worked much more harder to get here. He didn't have the same kind of struggle that I went through. I respect my path much more than his, but we will see how good he is. He has been giving everything on the plate when you compare his path to mine. Now, there's a certain degree of truth to that. Unfortunately, that's how the way boxing works. Some guys, they get a push, others don't. You know, it's especially if you've got a gold medal around your neck or any type of medal, you're going to get a bigger push than a guy that didn't medal. But at the same time, I don't know if Saitama really has had it that easy. I mean, training in the gym, that takes a lot of work too. I've seen a lot of guys who are supposedly in the next best thing and they fall by the wayside because they couldn't keep it together. So far, Saitama, to be saying that, he hasn't suffered like I have, well, how do you know?
Yeah. But I think he's talking about all the soft touches they're throwing at him.
Perhaps,
just soft touch after soft touch. They didn't give this guy that. He had to fight, uphill battle versus some of the top fighters in the world. It's not a bunch of washed up ex-champions that just, they're pushovers. They didn't even throw punches.
That is true.
Fighters are barely even fighters. I mean, look at the guys he's fighting.
Man. This would be a good test for him.
Oh, yeah, this is his first real test. If this guy actually comes to win, because a lot of the guys this guy fights, I don't even know. The shit looks fixed to me. They forget how to throw a punch.
You know what? This end up like remember when Daniel Dubois was getting a lot of push, and then they put him in there with Joyce, the older guy, and Joyce just basically broke his collarbone.
Oh yeah. There's so many questions to be asked of this guy, this Saitama. This is real. This is his first real test.
Dubois got better, but it goes to show you he wasn't ready at that time. He goes in there and he was outmatched basically. So that it could be a similar situation.
But was Dubois as hyped as this guy? Because this guy, he
was getting some push. Like not, you had AJ on top of his game at the time. There was Tyson Fury, but the Dubois seemed like that was the guy that they wanted in the mix, right? Out of in the three, and so he was younger, and they put him in there with his first real test in Joe Joyce, and we know what happened, right? Now he got better since then. I would say that he's gotten better. So that I'm just saying that this could be that situation.
Oh yeah, because he's had easy fights, that doesn't sharpen your skills. Like they was talk about tune-ups. Having these easy fights does the very opposite of tuning you up.
I agree with you. Yeah.
So if this guy Hrgovic, they call him Hrgovic.
Yeah, that's
Hrgovic. If Hrgovic comes in there, the real deal, and he's coming there to win, he's going to beat this guy. I have no doubt he's going to beat him.
Some people feel that about Hrgovic. People in the Discord call him Hrgovich because they feel he's got bitch in him. So
I don't think he does. I think
quit.
Dubois cheated the fuck out of him. He hit him with 1,000 headbutts. He was beating the crap out of Dubois. This guy. He got stopped on illegal headbutts.
Yeah,
he can't stop essentially like that. That's crazy.
Now
he stopped the fight on headbutts. That what?
Aitama has been overhyped by some people. The people that say after he beat Franklin, they were like, well, the only guy who can stop him is Usyk. And I'm thinking, are you serious? We haven't seen him with any. I mean, Franklin had a bit of a pulse, but he was completely outgunned in all respects. Let's see.
Franklin was what? When did he fight? I don't think he had fought in years.
If BDF, if Gypsy was here, he's on the train.
Yeah, look,
he
that
jumped
guy-
off the Fury train already. For this
Yeah, but
guy.
my point is, hold on, real quick.
He was bankrupt. You know that?
Oh yeah, it's true. I think I heard
bankrupt. So
I mean, Richard Torres was looking like a million bucks early in his career, knocking people out. But then he stepped up, and look what happened to him. He got iced.
Yeah.
So let's see. I'm not saying. By the way, I'm not saying Aitama is on the Richard Torres level, but I'm
still dealing with that loss of Richard Torres. I thought he was going to be the next ravishing Rick Rude, but
didn't happen.
he looked more like Richard Simmons to me on steroids.
Yeah, that's a good. Yeah, that's a apt comparison there.
They dealt him a meal.
Now,
Knuckle sandwich.
I've said it before. I don't want to talk about the whole Haney, Tank Davis, Shakur Stevenson drama that's going on Twitter. He said, she said. I don't give a fuck about that. These guys are a bunch of clowns until they fight each other. That's what they are now here on this channel, clowns. However, Gary Anton Russell, he's starting to, I don't know, he's starting to rub me the wrong way. He's the guy that said he doesn't want to fight. Hold on, is that the clip I'm playing? He said after he beat Hirioka, he said, well, I don't want to fight Stevenson yet because I don't think that fight, I think it needs to build up. Keep doing your thing, Shakur. Keep making us look good. I have to earn it. It's like, it was one of the first times I ever saw a fighter say, especially a top 10 guy in the division, say, I have to earn a fight with that guy. That was weird. So
what
now,
a bitch. That sounds like, man, that sounds like somebody talked to him. Anyway, good boy. Go ahead. Oh, I'm sorry, BDA.
That's all right. That's all right. Well, he reiterated the comments here. Check this out.
Think of the boxing fans talking after you beat Andy Hiroka, and they're like, why is he saying let the Shakur fight build up? Why not want that smoke ASAP as soon as humanly possible?
Let's be real. It's a show business. It's a show side and it's a business side. When you're dealing with promotions, you gotta let time for the promotion part or the promotion aspect to help the fight be more than what it is. It need to build up so everybody can tune in. Right now, I feel like it's too soon to hop on a fight like that. It's not no fear. It's not because I feel like I wouldn't be prepared or anything.
By the way, I'm going to show you here. They're in the mall or something, I think. I think he just came back from the food court. Some kid spilled the fried rice on him, but they're in the mall. I don't know I don't know how they caught Russell there in the mall, and they just started doing an interview. But that was weird. But anyway, yeah, he said
they knew he was going to be there.
Yeah, they already knew
He's getting his nose pierced.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, he's getting it clean. But he's saying, well, it's not that. I didn't say that because I was afraid. I said it because the fight needs to be built. I'm thinking, look, leave that up to your promoters. Leave that up to the managers, the PR people. Don't start trying to think like a manager's like, well, we're going to hype this fight up. Because we've seen it time and time again how some of these fights get over-marinated. And then they never happen because one guy loses or the other guy gets injured or the other guy goes to jail. Look, this fight is never going to be, I don't think, maybe I'm wrong, right? But it's highly unlikely that this fight is ever going to be publicly demanded by the general population, the non-boxing fans. They don't know who Shakur Stevenson is, and they even less know who Gary Russell Jr. is, or Gary Anton Russell, whatever his name is. So I don't buy that whole thing. Well, I'm trying to build up the fight. I don't. Maybe he believes it, and his handler should sit him down and say, "Look, just leave that up to us, man."
No, listen, ain't nobody trying to build up that fight. Somebody talk to that boy. That's all that is.
You think somebody whose last name is not King, but the one that comes after the King, if you know what I mean.
Right, exactly.
All right.
And all I'll say is, if the Shakur suck-ass fans have a problem with that, prove me wrong, bro. Prove me wrong.
Well, I got to tell you, I don't know if
ain't nobody scared of Feather Fist.
He wants some smoke. No, that's true. I agree.
Now, interestingly enough, though, there's been also a lot of talk about O'Shaquie Foster and how he's been pressing Shakur Stevenson and that whole team of what he calls the Avengers. Him, Raymond Ford, Keyshawn Davis, and Richardson Hitchens. And now Gary Anton Russell. But now Gary Anton Russell, though, has something to say about About Foster. Check this out.
Oh, Sharky Foster, you son of a gun. You was popping your stuff on the internet, my guy. Now, if I was to go to the Olympic Training Center and pull some tapes, you'll be disgusted.
Disgusted of what?
Pause on tapes. You'll be disgusted. Because I put some pause on.
What?
He knows.
Okay.
He can
wait. Okay. Gary Antoine Russell was saying that if he pulls out some tapes of him putting some pause on.
Oh, Shacky Foster, yeah.
Is this like the R. Kelly tapes we're talking about here?
Oh,
first of all, I don't know what he means by that exactly. But if he's talking about a boxing fight, I would expect you, bro. You're bigger than him. Here's the question. How disgusted would you be if Shakur Stevenson actually wants to fight O'Shaquie Foster while making demands on fighting guys like Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia?
That's a good
I
question
never
to
trust
ask
the
him.
guy's mouth. Is that
You got
crooked?
any disgust about that?
That's a great. That would be a great question to ask him. Like, yeah, now what? Now how do you feel about that?
Look at how crooked his mouth is. You ever talk like that in your life?
You know what I don't like about these dudes, man? They do a lot. They do a lot of, they fan out. They fan out, as these youngins like to say. They fan out for certain guys. They do this all the time, and it's pretty sad watching Russell get offended that a little O'Shaquie Foster wants to fight. Apparently he wants to fight Shakur Stevenson, who's like much bigger than he is. He should be commending him, if anything.
Yeah, it's exactly. And by the way, another thing they like to do is they bring up the sparring. Hey, ask ex-trainer what happened in sparring. He'll tell you. Okay, and like you never had the worst of a sparring session before. You should know that comes with the territory, as Mayweather would say.
Yeah, I was just gonna ask that. What you just said, BDA. Yeah, when does sparring become this end-all, be-all? I don't remember it.
For a lot of guys, that's what it is. It's all about the sparring.
Well, I thought they were, they're just there to work.
Well, you know what it is, Frank? These guys don't fight enough, so I guess now sparring is their actual fighting. I don't know.
Well, no, but they're holding on to these tapes as if they're like Diddy tapes. Like, you don't want me to show you the tapes. That's Booze. Yeah, he said it first. But
oh no, I didn't say that.
He's
like, you don't want to see those tapes are sticky.
Oh.
But it's kind of underhanded. It's some slimy, grimy shit. Like, you're supposed to be there to work it, to work, and then it's supposed to be, I guess, some kind of code, amongst the boxers, the professionals. You're not supposed to be recording, and now all of a sudden, these guys are doing some, to me, grimy shit. Like, that should be, professionalism.
Yeah,
you're supposed to be a professional in there.
Exactly.
Well, the other interesting thing about that is there used to be a lot of things that didn't happen in the boxing gym. You didn't used to have women there. Nowadays, you look at a gym, whenever someone's filming a video, they get the kids running around, they get the wives texting on the sideline, they're barbecuing. It's like, well, come on, it used to be a secluded place, business
like a
first.
Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah, it looks like a bodega sometimes.
About 10 years ago, the BDA, about 10 years ago, I went to
drinking beers, playing dominoes.
About 10 years ago, I went to this gym, right? And this guy was sparring. He got his girlfriend there. Sparring a kid that I know, right? From the neighborhood. And the kid that grew up in my neighborhood beat the living dog shit out of him. Because the guy wanted to really fight, right? The guy was like showing off. Like, man, he got beat up. Okay, I'll tell you how it ended. So basically, he's on the ropes, and he catches him with like a hook, a right hook, left hook. Then he went to go for the uppercut. He kind of lands, and everybody's like, no. Right in front of his girlfriend, because one more hit, he would have been out of there.
Whoa.
So I was like, dude, why bring your girlfriend, man? This guy, this is what I was thinking, right? She's probably looking at the guy who beat you up now. Now she's probably looking at him like, wow,
Like, you're even stronger.
Yeah, and you know what?
You're even stronger. Exactly.
I didn't want to beat the guy up, recognize in all sincerity, but the guy just jumped on me. I did what I had to do. No, but yeah, you're right though.
I'm talking about BDA guys in code. That's I was talking about with BDA.
That was the other guy. I lost my girlfriend. No, but yeah, it is interesting. Some guys bring their girlfriends there, and women, and that sort of gets some people their competitive juices going. Because I'm not gonna lose in front of a girl, especially if it's good looking. And so then these guys start going to war. That's why you don't bring wives into training camp. You don't bring girlfriends. Because earlier I said women, but I mean obviously women are allowed in gyms. What I'm saying is don't bring your girlfriend, significant other there just to stare and watch you train. First of all, they don't like it unless they're possessive and they want to keep an eye on you, which has happened to me a number of times. Women just can't let me go. But it's you can't have the significant other there because then it starts creating a whole bunch of trouble. Kids, like Robert Garcia, he said he does it differently. He said when my father was training me, it was like that: no wives, no children, blah blah blah. And then he said he felt more comfortable doing the opposite of that. And so that's why whenever you see Robert Garcia, a video of his gym, there's kids running around. It's like a fucking Mexican playground there. And then you got the you get a whole section of people just sitting down and texting. It's like, what the hell are they doing? So and apparently it works for him. It works for him. But I'm just saying he might be the exception that proves the rule. That's all I'm saying. What else? Speaking of rules. Okay, Russell was also on that podcast, or the Brian Coster podcast. He was talking about this Haney Shakur fight, which I don't think is going to happen. And even if it happens now, I'm just so tired of these two jokers that I don't even really care about it. And Russell apparently doesn't care about it either. He says, I think it would be boring. Two boxers, a long, slow chess match. I'm talking about a stalemate, he said. Not even I cornered you, I got you. It's going to be a stalemate. I honestly don't think there'll be a fight that would be drooling over. I wouldn't drool over that fight. It'll make the money because people will still be in an unknown position. I think what he means by that is that people will watch it because they just want to find out what's going to happen and who wins, but not necessarily because they're expecting a good fight. And it's true. None of these guys are going to take a chance to punish the other. It's going to be a chess match. And what I mean by that is two guys looking at each other, barking every time they throw one punch, and then trying to get the hell out of the way because they're still in amateur mode. Well, they don't want to give away one single punch because they think that wins them the round or loses them the round. And that's the type of fight it's probably going to be. So, yeah, I concur with Gary Antoine Russell. What do you guys think? You're probably all in agreement, right?
Yeah, it would be a boring fight, but I don't think Shakur wants to fight him. He wants his good old buddy. What's his name?
Keyshawn.
He wants Keyshawn to fall down on that grenade. That's what I'm starting to call it now.
It's a good way. That's a good one, man. That's a good one. Yeah, he wants to. You jump on the.
That's usually what they do. They wait for the other guy to take the damage or put a little pain on him, and then they'll come in later and get him.
My thing, BDA, or did somebody else want to go first?
Well,
I was talking.
He doesn't want to fight anybody that's he doesn't want to fight nobody that's a little bit bigger than him, fully hydrated. And I'm just going by what he said. That this is what Shakur Stevenson had said, about fighters, about, wow, I was really surprised how fully hydrated he looked. Go look that up. He's actually said that he's not I agree, it'll be a boring fight, but he wouldn't take that risk. He wouldn't fight Haney right now.
Yeah, BDA, Gary Russell, he's saying it, right? He's a brother, and he's saying it. But we said it before. Those guys will be boring, and you get shit for it.
Mm-hmm.
I get shit for it. You don't like boxing. You don't like the sweet science. Like, no, man. I mean, boring is boring. If he can say it, I mean, he's saying what he already knows. I mean, he's closer to those guys than we'll ever be. And, yeah, it'd just be a chess match. Teofimo, he was actually listening to him on the Ring podcast with Max Kellerman. He was saying something very interesting. He said when he was going into that fight, he was trying to do a peekaboo Mike Tyson thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he wanted a nug with Shakur. He said, but his jab is just so good and he keeps distance. He didn't say he was good. He just said he's very good at distance, meaning he's not going to engage with you. Yeah, right. And Teo was like, what I needed to do was play that same game. So you pretty much just hit the nail on the head. He says, no, if I'd have just 1-2'd him, I'd probably win that fight.
That's what I said. You know what? Sorry, go ahead.
No, that's my take.
That's what I said before the fight. I suggest the possibility of what if Lopez, because he can't fight coming forward with the shit. He can't do it. We've seen him time and time again fail at coming forward. So I said, but his speed is good. His hand speed is good. He's got athleticism. So why not get on the back foot and make Shakur Stevenson uncomfortable by making him come to you? And no, well, people were saying, like Sobers told me, and he's right though. He was right that if Teofimo Lopez does that, he's gonna lose every round. And I said, okay, in hindsight, I don't think he was completely right because maybe Lopez would have actually looked a little bit good in making Shakur Stevenson look. But yes, people would have said, oh, he's scared of Shakur. Look at how Shakur's making him fight that way, blah, blah, blah. We know how that playbook goes. But you never know, man. Maybe you make the guy look ridiculous by flailing in, because that's how Shakur Stevenson looked in certain spots against the Los Santos. Particularly the last round, the Los Santos started to just stay back. And fucking what's his name? Shakur Stevenson looked horrible coming forward. So that would have been. Interestingly enough, it's interesting that Lopez said that if he should have back. Well, did he say back foot bitch it, or how did he word it? Like
no, he just meant it more like his approach was, I guess he went again. What do you call that when you go against your good intuition? Yeah, he wanted to go against the grain, and maybe that's what his father told him. That was either his thinking or his father's thinking that okay, I'm gonna do a peekaboo and go in there and get inside. He said, but that guy he doesn't want to engage. He doesn't want to take a risk. You can't really beat that. It's hard. I mean, any one of us can go in there and brawl with the guy, but if he's that good and he is athletic, he has the size and the reach, he's gonna be able to outpoint you easily, and he's gonna make it look easy. So exactly. Lopez, what he said, he's like, listen. I could have outquicked him with the 1-2, because if you remember, Lopez was having success with the right to the body. He could have really been competitive with just a 1-2, and that's what any Shakur fight will look like. Especially
if he had thrown more output, instead of being a counterpuncher with Shakur Stevenson, which he could have. He has the versatility to do that. If he had a different game plan and he pretty much did his Zepeda method, he probably would have hurt and possibly stopped Shakur, because Shakur got hurt by a single body shot, bro. Like one body shot got in there and he was, oh my God, what am I going to do? Oh my God.
Well,
left, right, oh my God.
I want to clarify something. I want to clarify something about what you said there, Gypsy. Because you're saying some of it is correct, but the fact that the part I disagree with is if he would have thrown more. If Lopez would have thrown more, he would have missed either way. No.
It's not like he's throwing like with intent. It's more of throwing to distract, to confuse, to throw multiple shots, but disguise one real one hiding behind, instead of counterpunching. He was not doing that, and it's not even, I've never really seen him do that, but I think he has the ability to do that. He has the athletic ability to do that. He could imitate Zepeda. It's not like he cannot imitate Zepeda, but he chose his way, which is pretty much countering and hitting very hard. But I don't think he has realized that at 140, well, he's not at 140 more, he's 147, but 140, he doesn't hit as hard at as he was in 135. So him countering as much as, catching him in the right sweet spot isn't going to make a difference in the fight. He had to outwork his ass. That's the only way he was going to beat him.
Yeah, the first thing he should have done is fix the footwork, because you can throw all the punches you want, but if you can't get in range, they're all going to fall by the wayside, and that's essentially what he should have done. He's like he never corrected the footwork. All the mistakes that he made in the Sandor Martin fight, against Nakatani, against Ortiz, they were all there. Jimmy's the one, he was one of the guys who pointed that out years ago. It's like when Lopez throws that right downstairs, he's over-leaning above his lead foot. He's over-leaning the upper body, so he's out of balance. He's overreaching. And you saw the same thing against Shakur Stevenson, the same thing he'd been doing 5 times before. So his problem is that, first of all, the problem is he needs a new trainer, because this one, people bring up the argument, people only talk about switching trainers when the guy loses, but they never give the trainer credit when he wins. But here's the problem. Lopez, we've seen him enough now to see that he's hit an impasse when it comes to technique. All the same mistakes are still there. He's not correcting them. It's somebody's fault. Hey, maybe it's his fault, maybe it's his father's fault, maybe it's both of them's fault. But he needs somebody, an external factor, to come in and say, hey, you got to fix this up, motherfucker, or you're just going to keep losing fights.
Lopez definitely don't have that was a bad styles matchup. Lopez is not good at fighting guys who are going to fight you on the outside, pop-shotting, because that means he has to come forward. He doesn't know what he's doing. And on top of that, he was afraid of Shakur's bodyguard.
Wait a minute.
Combine all that shit together, like he's not gonna win that fight. You know,
he's afraid. He's not afraid of the king, but he's afraid of the guy who comes after the king. If you know what I mean. Speaking of being afraid of the king, Virgil, one of the things you got to be able to do sometimes is to know when you're in the wrong, and to anticipate that. Hey, sometimes you got to bite the bullet, and you got to say, "Look, I made a mistake. I got to own up to it. Otherwise, things are gonna get much worse." And that's what happened here with Virgil Ortiz. Virgil Ortiz, as you might remember, him and his manager, Rick Merigian, got into it with De La Hoya. They were trying to look for a better deal. Something happened. Then if they had to fight the contract, they was going to go to litigation, arbitration, whatever they call it, and he was going to sideline his career, potentially sideline his career for a year or maybe more. But now it's starting to turn out that maybe there is a bit of a 180-degree here turn, and they might be mending fences, as it were. This is as per Ring Magazine. It says, Chris Mannix said that there seems to be a thaw in litigation between Ortiz and Golden Boy after reports suggested Ortiz was offered higher financial guarantees elsewhere with Ennis part of a 3-fight deal. Golden Boy president Eric Gomez and Ortiz's manager Rick Merigian, I think that's how you pronounce his name, are said to have the framework for an extension, but are just waiting for Oscar's go-ahead to press forward. When asked to clarify the latest developments, De La Hoya smiled, saying, "There's nothing that makes me happier to see fighters get in the ring, perform, continue their career, and do the best they can." Then what did he say? Hold on a second. Let me just fast forward. He says, "I'm very comfortable. We have a deal in place. Outside people try to ruffle things up, but we have the contracts, the relationships, etc. We've had Virgil since he was a baby, and we feel we're very close to Virgil fighting this year." So there you have it.
What does he mean that he had Virgil since he was a baby? Does he mean that like that?
Bro, he's a scumbag, bro. Oscar, I can't. I mean, great fighter, great boxer, but he's a fucking scumbag, bro.
They're in the business. They're in the business. Listen, I'm tired of like the Oscar De La Hoya is the only scumbag narrative that's going on. They're in a business to win it, and he's flexing his right, whatever's in that contract. And I think Virgil Ortiz needs to get it together. That's it. Just get in there. You sign the contract, read through it.
Sign the contract, big boy.
You sign the contract, read through it, and start fighting. Start fighting. You got to get fight
before he signed it. Yeah. You got to fulfill your contract, bro.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, I don't feel bad for him at all. You sign the contract.
After he's done with the contract, he needs to stick a big middle finger right up fucking Oscar's ass.
Well, are you saying a finger or are you saying a spatula or something else? What are you referring to?
Finger up his ass.
All the utensils in the fucking kitchen, bro.
All of them. You live and you learn.
What about a knife up the ass?
Oh, geez, fool, man. What the fuck?
That's not a bad idea at all. Is one of the fucking many things. There's
why not a fork? Oh, yeah, that's where I was going next.
And you wonder why, BDA.
But recognize you make a good point here. And look, Ortiz, I've said it before. Ennis and Zayas were kind of downgrading him in their interviews earlier this week, and they're like, we're the best, he's not the best. But I'm telling you, Ortiz, he's fucking sharp, man. He's not. They make him out to be. I think that's what Ennis or Zayas said. Oh, he's just a puncher. I mean, again, Ennis is a puncher. He couldn't get close to the Karen. And meanwhile, Ortiz, whether he's fighting a southpaw like that guy from England at 147, whether he's fighting a hard puncher like Avadauskas, excuse me,
a active, fully healthy Virgil Ortiz, in my opinion, beats both of them. But if he's sidelined and he's not doing anything and he's fighting contracts and he's losing years, he's going to be behind the 8 ball, and those guys will beat him.
Absolutely. Inactivity is unacceptable, and it's a detriment to fighters' careers, longevity. Because again, we've seen what happens with some of these dudes. Look at Tank Davis.
Look how fast they moved that kid up, right? We want to talk about the sign of a fighter that they have a lot of confidence in. Look how fast they were. Look at the competition in very limited fights, how they were going up for this kid. So the talent, obviously, you just use your eye test. The talent is clearly there. Mm-hmm. The guy is capable of being the best guy at 154. But I can't imagine that's going to continue happening while spending another 2 years inactive.
Exactly. Exactly. Yeah. It's horrendous to think about us because he's an entertaining fighter who comes. We don't have enough guys like that who come forward with skill, cut the ring off, go to the body, power. I mean, it's unbelievable that this guy isn't a star yet. But then again,
also,
part of that is his fault.
It's not just that. He's also high conditioned. He would keep doing that shit for a long period of time. He's like a dog. Like he just nonstop, inside, outside angles. He's Virgil, dog.
He's got that dog.
I like Virgil more than anybody in 154. I'm just telling you straight up. And that motherfucker has been put on the sidelines, sadly.
Yeah, and I mean, part of that is his fault because maybe he listened a little bit too much to certain people that he shouldn't have, and maybe some of that is Golden Boy's fault because look, they got Ryan Garcia too, and that's another guy that can't seem to stand the law and who wants to get out of the Golden Boy contract. So I don't know, maybe those guys just happen to be divas, maybe they're all the problem. I don't know. All I know is I want to see Virgil Ortiz back in the ring ASAP.
Yeah, he's competitive against all those guys, and him being out of the ring. I mean, it happens, man. It happens all the time with boxers. These contractual issues.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to ask you.
Go ahead.
I wanted to ask you because I said I'm putting a moratorium on this Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney drama, and the Tank Davis now getting into it. Do you think these guys are just, particularly the Haneys and Shakur Stevenson, do you think they're going at it on Twitter because they don't have a fight lined up? So they're thinking, well, if we're inactive, people are going to forget about us, so we might as well get into a little bit of a shouting match here and we can both stay relevant. Do you think that has something to do with it?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of fraternity. They're just bros and they're helping each other. Mm-hmm. I was told these things happen behind closed doors. I've met professional fighters and they'll tell you a lot of this is performative. They talk behind the scenes, man.
That's a new thing, by the way. When people, instead of saying fake or whatever, they say performative.
Like, yeah, that's where I got it. You busted me. Don't steal my thunder, BDA.
It's very performative.
I knew it from when they were talking about performative speech or something like that, like in critical theory. But anyway, like the point is, it's true. Whatever you want to call it, performative, fake, bitch made, it is what it is. These motherfuckers got me. I'm telling you, I don't usually get angry, but it started.
BDA,
yes.
Here's what, but you asked me, and I'm gonna tell you.
Mm-hmm,
no, I think it could be collusion. No, I was thinking this earlier. It's interesting you asked me that. I kind of feel like with Devin Haney, I think that he's being isolated out. I think that they don't want to pay him that money, and they're making Zuffa like he's not getting offers for the big money.
Mm-hmm.
And I think this is part of it. He's trying to drive up his purse demand because nobody's offering him. That's why he's doing all this with the all online shit, because I don't think he's getting offered any big fights.
Well, that's what Eddie Hearn said. You said Haney, right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what Eddie Hearn said months ago, maybe damn near a year ago. He said, look, the Haneys, we offered them certain fights and they felt like they were above it. They wanted more money for this level of fights that don't what's the word I'm looking for here? Shouldn't offer that type of money, that aren't worth that type of money. And these guys don't want it. And then on top of that, Hearn added insult to injury by saying that the Haneys are broke. And then they got a cash injection by taking an offer from the Sheik. And it worked out very well for them. Like I said, that was a very good calculated risk that they took on Norman because a lot of fans thought Norman was going to run through him. Meanwhile, I don't know, I guess they didn't see the Quinn Randall fight. And again, the referees, they allow Haney to get away with certain things. And that's what they did against Brian Norman. Jab, clinch, jab, clinch. It's very hard for a guy to hit you when you keep clinching him, when you start grabbing his arms and he can't hit you. I don't know. It seems like it's a very good tactic to prevent the guy from hitting you.
All I gotta say is Haney is lucky there is no I in his name, because if there is, it'd be Heine.
All right. I'm kicking you out of here, man. I'm kicking Gypsy out of here. I'm kicking Gypsy out of here. That's it, man. That's it. I'm giving you the 10. You're getting the 10 count, Gypsy. You're not getting a standing icon. No,
beat it.
That hate. Oh, what is it that Frank says? The weenies. This guy's a weenie.
The weenies.
And by the way,
weenie energy, man.
And by the way, you've been bringing back the old school term cutie when it comes to a slick fighter, because nowadays people, like especially Zoomers, they hear that cute and they go, "Oh, what are you, gay?" No, we're talking about a guy who's elusive. That's how they used to call it, a cutie. Or they used to call a guy, what did they used to call the brilliant? Or the brilliant is the brilliant. No, that was not. I forgot. There was another word that sounds kind of gay now, and you can use when complimenting a fighter. fuck, what were okay? So yeah, Haney, Shakur Stevenson. Yeah, so you're saying that it's performative, and that these guys, and that Haney too is in a bit of trouble. I agree, man. Hey, think about that, guys. Haney hasn't fought since November, over 6 months ago.
I believe because nobody wants to pay him. They don't want to pay this guy,
and they shouldn't.
And I think they want Zuffa to come out of pocket and pay him way over, so they can laugh at Zuffa and be like, "Yeah, you're gonna lose a shit ton of money on this guy."
Remember though when they were saying a couple of weeks ago there was a rumor that supposedly they signed him to a $300 million deal.
That's what I'm saying, man. So a lot of this, I don't mean I could be wrong if they're colluding with each other. Like, hey, man, let's do this and raise our purses up. Make it seem like there's a bunch of demand for a fight.
Mm-hmm.
But you said it, man. These guys, they're not mega stars. They're not gonna sell shit. It barely beats 500,000 pay-per-views, or even if there is pay-per-view anymore. So,
yeah. Stevenson versus Haney, that would do. It would. I don't know. It depends on how they market it. Maybe they could do over 500, but I don't think they're hitting 1 million.
No, but they want 20 million for these fights. 15. I mean, if you're looking at Conor Ben's getting 15, so they want 20, 25 to fight each other, and it's just there's nobody that's gonna pay that, in my opinion. So they need these Twitter wars to create, what do you call that? Like create
demand or the illusion of
make
demand.
it seem
Buzz.
right.
The buzz. Yeah, they want the buzz.
They need that shitty hype for
but
a trash fight.
They don't understand that when you create that fake buzz on the internet, that doesn't mean that people are gonna pay to watch it. I mean, look at Benavidez versus Caleb Plant. That's the example I always go to. It had 1 million. The preview on PBC, the PBC preview on YouTube had 1 million views. And what happened with how many people actually paid for that? They never released the numbers. Like
It just, the boxing is still a sport. It doesn't work that way. I'd seen this. There's these trends. They create these internet trends like crumble cookie, and what's the other one? The new one, the pineapple slice.
You talking about transvestites or? Oh, trends. Okay, trends. I thought you said trans.
Yeah, trend. What did I say, man?
What's your mind, BDA?
I thought he said trans. He said trans.
Kitty porn.
Yeah, no, I thought he said trans.
I think
like
he was talking about
transvestite.
kitty porn, bro. Kitty porn. That's what he was saying.
Hey, boot that guy, man. Get him out of here. No, but I mean, it's still a sport, somewhat. So trying to create artificial demands with these Twitter wars is just, it doesn't work.
Really doesn't. Especially since a lot of people now, earlier today, there were people on the Discord saying, man, you're an idiot if you pay for fights. And I said, you know what? I'm actually starting to feel like an idiot paying for some of these fights, especially when these guys fail to deliver. I mean, maybe I'm the asshole.
Well, I mean, I still do because I don't like the buffering.
Right.
I mean, you still have to. I mean, however people watch these fights, okay, it's still an issue. Like, we're not in 2050 where it'll be seamless.
Yeah, exactly. Every time there's a fight, and
I mean, when you think about it, bro, both these guys, neither one of them carry serious power. Both of them, are just like let's just say boxers, slick boxers, okay? That really nobody besides the hardcore boxing fans know about.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what are they expecting? 25 million a piece? You guys are fucking out of your fucking minds.
You know what's interesting about that, Gypsy? Tito Mercado just fought this past Saturday. Again, I didn't even bother watching that event. Maybe I should have, just from Tito Mercado. But Tito Mercado's a big puncher. He's got speed. He's got some skills. Undefeated. He's brash, which is apparently what these managers and promoters like. And for some reason, you don't hear about that guy. I don't know. Maybe he sucks. Maybe they know something we don't, these insiders. Maybe he sucks deep down inside or something. I don't know. But they're not pushing him. They keep trying to push some of these other dudes that don't sell and can't fight and don't entertain. Meanwhile, this entertaining guys. Yeah.
The issue is, I seen this earlier because there is a lot of pushback on social media, like you're saying, the moratorium on these guys because this Twitter fake beef. Even Shojiz said he's not talking about it.
Good.
He's gone on and said, I refuse, like what you're doing, being a Karen. But
all right.
Nah, see, you got a sense of humor. There's a lot of pushback on it. People are seeing it like, man, you can't, because they're not active. If they were fighting while doing this, you could build the demand organically and people will gravitate it. But if you're not fighting, you don't have a fight lined up, you don't have anything, it's fake, it's artificial. You're trying to drum up something that's not there, because we haven't seen Shakur since January, and Devin Haney and November, and Stank Davis hasn't been since over
March
a year now.
2000, yeah, over a year. Meanwhile, Stank Davis.
Speaking of Ryan Garcia, I just almost saw him get killed on a live stream, bro.
Well, what happened?
You mean?
Oh, what happened?
Bro, I don't know if that was fake or not, bro. He was coming out of like a SUV, and they're like in the highway or something like that. This fucking bus, like literally within inches, almost hit him. And they were like, Ryan. They were like, Ryan, watch out, watch out. Holy
Let me guess. The bus driver was a black person, right?
Oh, come on. What the hell? Look at him laughing like it's fun. Nah, it's not funny. It's not funny at all. It's not funny. It's not fun. No, but
I don't understand the context.
Yeah, that's not cool.
I'll put it in the chat for you guys.
But I was gonna say that that's another guy, the Ryan Garcia. It's another guy has a lot of followers and all that, but he doesn't always sell well. He needs a dance partner to sell well too. So again, it's some of these numbers they're all fabricated. They're all pumped up. It's kind of like when I go out with the ladies and I sometimes it's with the correct lighting and with the correct apparatus, it seems like it's bigger than what it actually is. But you know what? You gotta
do it.
Yeah,
you're a grower, not a shower, BDA.
Exactly. You gotta. It's a little shadow play.
Being a shower is much better. I mean, it's always there. It's always fucking like, bam. See that? It's a flashlight. It's in my pants. It's a flashlight. I don't have to turn it on.
I'm a grower, not a shower, babe.
I've been told that I'm a gift. This is what I've been told. Okay, don't.
Come on. You've been reading the Bible a little too much, bro.
All right, hold on. Let me see this clip here. That hey, Garcia really is hitting it big. I mean, he already had a sizable presence on social media, but now with this kick thing, live streaming, taking it to a whole other level.
They make a lot of money. They make a lot of money. I'm gonna use Gypsy's voice. I'm gonna use Gypsy's voice. They make a lot of money.
Well, you sound like Trump, though. You sound like Trump. A lot of money. Let me tell you. A lot of money.
Gypsy sounds like Trump.
Interesting. Maybe he's
Trump. I think we have something in common. My name ain't Donald, but I could be a Trump.
All right.
Kick him out.
Now you're forcing it, Gypsy. You're just forcing it now.
No, you need to laugh like Shelby. Yes.
Kick him out.
Kick him out. Hold on, let me play this, man. Hold on.
Whoa!
Holy shit.
Oh my God. What was that?
Nearly died.
Holy smokes.
Oh, wow.
Is that like AI or... Dead. I can't rewind this fucking Instagram.
Car?
I mean, you know what? I'm thinking it could be AI.
Did he get hit?
Almost.
Why would you just get on the freeways?
Yeah, exactly.
What a dumbass.
No, they're not.
Like AI.
He didn't see a bus coming, really? Yeah, it probably is AI. These guys are scumbags.
That was like Tank Davis's left hand. He didn't see it coming.
Speaking of crazy stuff, I actually got a video from Tim Bradley if you want to see it.
Oh, boy. What is it?
Yeah, I've had it for a couple of weeks now. It's kind of important. It has to do with the Xander fight.
I'm starting to think it might not be real, but go ahead. Let's see it.
It is real. It's a real thing.
All right. Let's see it.
I don't believe it.
Guys, look, this was sent to me by Tim Bradley personally.
Oh, hold on. Let me share the screen. Let me share the screen here with people on the stream.
You guys got to see this. It's a pretty sad day for boxing, guys.
I got to sort out my OBS here. I can't find the... Give me 2 seconds, fool. Give me buy a little time.
Just hold down the Alt key.
Hold on. Do the Foo TV voice, the radio Foo voice.
We'll be right back after these messages, guys.
Okay.
Got some technical issues. We'll be there. We'll be there momentarily.
Timothy Bradley looks like he got toothache in this fucking video right here. Video clip right here.
It's true, man. You're right.
BDA Boxing has been brought to you by Rhino. When you have boner issues, Rhino's where it's at.
Blue Rhino? Okay. I haven't heard that since Rapid used to rap it. All right, you can play.
They sell them at all the cheap gas stations.
John Jones will be available at that store.
I got it.
Sorry about the freeze frame right froze. It looks like he's about to sneeze or something.
You can play it now, man.
He's got toothache, bro. He's got toothache.
I always thought he sort of looked like a seal. It's like they just threw a delicious fish in his mouth.
like Tusk. He's turning into a fucking.
He looks like a seal, doesn't he?
A little bit, yeah.
I mean, if you get rid of his neck, he will look like a seal.
Anyway, guys, I'm sorry. Viewer discretion is advised. It's a bit weird of a
Just
video.
give him a fish. I think he needs a fish right now. That's what he needs. Throw a fish at him.
Are you trying to play it or?
Yeah, it's on another screen here.
Oh yeah, he is a fucking seal, bro.
And electricity and shit. And when he was sitting there, what he was doing, he was charging up. He was trying. I said, oh, I'm just waiting on his ass.
Oh my god.
His motherfucking ass. And electricity and shit.
Back and forth, you know what I'm saying? He was blowing me, I was blowing him back. I was just you know what I mean? Like, it was like it looked like
Oh, he is more.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh,
I was a little freaked out when Bradley sent me that at 3 a.m.
Oh,
3 in the morning, huh? Yeah,
oh man.
Gotta be honest.
Oh, Foot TV delivers
I was
again.
like, Bradley, what's going on, man?
Did you send him a dick pic or something? That's why he was doing all this?
I gotta start saving these vids, man. I gotta start saving these. Every time I say I'm gonna forget when he played this vid, and then I forget. Oh man. And when was this from, by the way? With that clip where
that's his prediction for the fight this weekend. Xander versus Boots.
All right, my God. Please play that again. We gotta watch that again.
All right, guys. Sorry, I gotta play one more time. Again, it is a bit disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised. All right, if you got kids in the room, make them look away from the
blindfold them.
Yeah.
Oh, he is motorboating his motherfucking ass. And electricity and shit. And when he was sitting there, what he was doing, he was charging up. He was trying. I said, oh, I'm just waiting on his ass. Oh, he is motorboating his motherfucking ass. And electricity and shit.
back and forth, you know what I'm saying? He was blowing me, I was blowing him back. I was just talking shit to him. You know what I mean? Like it was like it looked like
I'm trying not to laugh because I wanna save the clip without laughing. But what the fuck? Oh man.
I'm sorry, guys.
You gotta apologize. What you didn't do it. That was all Tim Bradley there. He's the one at fault.
Yeah. I helped him edit it. You know, he did some editing.
I thought that was pretty creative commentary. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
I mean, he broke it down.
Actually,
I'm trying not to laugh.
He broke it down. Yeah,
I couldn't tell the difference between the actual Timothy Bradley videos and this. I mean,
he broke that down in a big way. I mean, I actually got a lot of respect for him now after that breakdown.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't have broken it down as well as he did. So shout out to Tim Bradley.
He was. It's a mixed. He was talking about Benavidez and then what Xander's going to do to Boots this weekend. I think it had to. You saw it. It had something to do with motorboating.
No, but hold on. Did he? I don't want to break the fourth wall here, but did he really say I'm going to He's motorboarding his ass.
Yeah.
What the
I might have made some mistakes in the editing process.
By the way, he
was not happy about it. I just got to be honest. He wasn't happy.
Well, I mean, he should be. I mean, you didn't take anything out of context. But
Rwanga was definitely no.
If you're gonna be motorboarding ass, make sure you watch out for the HPV, human papillovirus. You gotta watch out for all of that shit. Anytime you motorboat anything, whether it's at the back door or the front door, you gotta watch out for that.
That's what I've heard.
Use some saran wrap if you have to.
Sounds like you know from experience.
Well, let's just say Mr. BD has been to
a little plantar wart there, BD.
Let me just say I've been to a couple of. Let's just say I've been to a couple of waiting rooms in the clinic. That's all I'll say.
Let's just say they don't call them pumpkin lips for nothing.
There you go. What else? Yeah, that's all I got. Hey, you know what? Interestingly, you guys gotta give me my props. Almost over 2.5 hours of this show, and not once did I have to go to the latrine. What about that, huh? It's a new record right there.
You're about to explode. You're about to explode.
Isn't that a bad thing for someone your age?
Yo, Phil TV, I think he's taking your rhino pills over there. That's probably what it is. He's holding them up.
No, I don't
Hold on, PDA. Isn't that a bad thing for someone your age, bro?
Now wait a minute. I gotta tell you, this aggression will not stand. Yes.
That's
drinking.
That's effed up.
I drank a whole cup of tea, 2 bottles of water, and I'm still going strong here, baby. Can't stop me. I'm like,
I think you cut out.
We know that room's full of empty water bottles.
Hey, you know what, man?
Tell me how many towels can you hold up over there at the bottom?
No, look. I got a snack. I'm on the snack. I gotta give a shout out to snack. I'm going 15 rounds now, and I put on muscle too on top of that. Now listen, we gotta go. We've been on here for over 2 hours. Hopefully, people enjoyed the show. Shout out to everybody. Shout out to Recognize for jumping in. Gypsy Boxing, Frank Bay. That's Boxing with Frank Bay. Food TV. That's the real Food TV. Never Sobers. Shout out to him.
It's pretty amazing.
It's pretty amazing. There you go. And if I forgot anybody,
wait. What happened? Oh, I got this other thing. You want to watch this clip? It's like 2 seconds long. You want to check it out?
Who was it? Who was the guy who always used to do that? That as soon as I say we gotta go. No, it was Pete. I think it was Uncle Pete. Shout out to Uncle Pete, wherever he is.
Yeah.
All right. What else you got?
Oh, rest in peace.
Oh, come on! Don't let's not start rumors about rest in peace. Come on, man.
Yeah, rest in peace.
Oh, rest in peace. Okay, my bad. Hold on a second.
Rest in peace.
All right, what is this?
Where's that fat boy at anyway? Where's he at, bro? It's been a long time. I haven't seen the fat boy.
This is something that was sent to me by Ari Hawani.
Let's see it.
All right, here it is. Here it is, guys.
I'm gonna go out there and just let my nuts hang. He's gonna let his nuts hang, Los Angeles. That's the man right there. I'm gonna go out there and just let my nuts hang.
Was that?
Let his nuts hang, Los Angeles. That's the man right there.
First of all, who is that in the background? Is that's how I think people imagine I look like behind Errol Hawani? Could you just rewind that?
The guy on the right.
The guy on the.
I think that's. Oh, I thought you were talking about Charlo.
Hey, no. The guy on the. Was this for the?
I'm gonna go out there and just let my nuts hang. He's gonna let his nuts hang, Los Angeles.
Was this
that
for
guy
the
on the left there?
Yeah, the guy on the left of the screen. Yeah.
That looks like Al Pacino.
Yeah, why is he wearing?
Like Joe Pesci, bro. Not Al Pacino. Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Mike, what? That guy's a security guard?
I don't know. That's Joe Pesci wearing
like a
Macho
time
Man.
traveler, man.
Yo, because of the glasses, right? I mean,
yeah, he does look like a time traveler.
You know what they say? He's found as a time traveler.
That's Marty. Marty, what happened?
Marty McOld.
He got old.
Oldie McFly.
Wish.com, Back to the Future.
Hey, by the way, I wanted to say, speaking of MMA, they had that in the White House event, right? In the they're saying it did 17 million views on Paramount Plus, which is good. I mean, hey, when you get into the millions of anything combat sports related, that's pretty good. But it didn't do as well as Canelo Crawford.
That's weird. That's weird, isn't it? It was a fight at the White House. No one's, they didn't get more views.
Well,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
because that's a 2-time undisputed with a 2-time undisputed right there. That's why.
Yeah, but all I'm saying is, I really did expect it to do better because people keep saying how MMA now is more popular and whatever, but didn't seem like it when you put those. It seems like boxing still right now it still has stars that can transcend the sport.
Correct myself. I should correct
but
myself.
there's more people on
undisputed,
Netflix, right? But Netflix is a lot more popular than
global, bro.
Paramount.
Global, bro.
Yeah, Paramount. A lot of people don't have that application, so I think that has something to do with it.
People are going to start saying now that you defend people are going to start saying that you defend Zuffa at all costs.
No, I'm just being honest.
Okay. I'm just telling you what people are going to say now.
I'm just letting my nuts hang.
Bro, he's getting paid by Zuffa. He's not telling.
He's the man right here. Did you see his meltdown after the Knicks game? He's like, they did it. They did it.
Did you see that? Did you see that one? Did you see that one black dude that held up the entire fucking New York audience?
Yeah, I was laughing.
I'm going to tell you right now. I'm starting to think that I'm going to go on a full conspiracy.
That guy's not human.
That guy's getting a wrestling deal now. He's like,
is he?
Yeah, no,
it's not that big. He wasn't that big. I feel like, huh?
Bro, this guy's becoming famous. He's gonna do a boxing event with what's that guy's name? Aiden Ross.
Right.
Into a box. The guy's like fucking internet famous right now.
That's a good point. Recognize that's
You're talking about the guy with the Spurs.
Guy with the Spurs.
Are you saying he's an industry plant?
I don't know what he is, but the dude is like. I looked up his Instagram thing, and he was like, "I'm not even a Spurs fan. I just went there to make a point."
The hell was that?
He actually said, "I'm not even a Spurs fan. I just went to New York to prove a point with a Spurs jersey."
Yeah, he just wanted to fight. Yeah, that's how this is the USA now. This is we used to people wanted to be famous. They would go to Jerry Springer.
I will say this.
But hold on, recognize. Just real quick. People wanted to be famous. They would go to Jerry Springer. Then it became reality TV. Then now you just gotta turn your camera on or like recognize it, be in front of a camera of somebody streaming live, and boom, you're internet famous. That's and they're doing it by doing stupid shit like getting into
like
fights, pulling out guns. Yeah.
Look, he could have been.
I got to step my game up.
He could have been stabbed. He could have got shot. Anything, anything could have happened to him.
Exactly, but he doesn't care. Probably doesn't give a shit.
Why does Xander look like?
I know guys that are like that big. They do have like it's natural. I don't fear anything because they could always end it with one punch.
Right.
They're always in the fight.
And somebody can end them with one bullet. Though.
But all the guys that were over there were a bunch of fucking peepsqueaks, bro. They're all fucking teenagers and shit, like all gathered up together.
But still, okay, I disagree with you a little bit there. It's still 20-on-1, bro. All it takes.
I know it is. Yeah, I know, but no one had the balls to fight there. It didn't seem like everyone.
Look, on a side note, on a side note, is Xander the first looks maxer in boxing?
What do you mean?
Kind of looks like a looks on your poster. I'm looking at your poster right now. What is that? A looks maxer?
Yeah, he definitely.
He's doing the duck face, the whole thing.
Yeah, you're right. He definitely. He's been hanging out with Clavicular a little bit, I think.
Bradley.
He's on meth. He's on meth. Hey,
BDA, remind me to show you you're gonna be shocked, bro. I got a picture of my grandfather when he was younger.
BDA
looks like Zayas to the T, man.
Really?
It's crazy. Oh yeah. Looks exactly like.
Well, I gotta see this.
I know who you're rooting for. You're gonna be rooting for Zayas, aren't you?
Xander looks like a Puerto Rican,
Yeah, he definitely does.
Well, listen, we gotta run. So shout out to everybody for joining us again. Shout out to Recognize, Gypsy, Frank. That's Frank Bay. The Food TV. That's the real Food TV. Never Sobers was here earlier as well.
That's the man right there.
And shout out to Jaime, everyone in the chat, everybody for joining us. Jaime Raiden, Eparokua, More BDC, Super Funk Master, Double L, Rafa, Perro Pepe. Who else was here? Manos, JV, El Torta Baby Boots. Okay, fucking long ass name. Matador. I Showcase Pawn. All right, shout out to him. HJ, The Accountant. Oh, The Accountant sounds ominous. Jay Showboat, Derek Wiltz, Nasir Jones, Barney Bola, who can forget him? Miso Dionysian, Team Batman Boxing, Cottonmouth, Rafa, Kane.
And you got to tell everybody to hit the like button right now.
I hit the like, of course. Shout out to Bray.
All hit the like button.
Shout out to Bray, Muhammad Amhard, Bruce Lee.